Hello, everybody. Welcome to, well, something different. One of our long term viewers that we stream with, he's currently in the hospital, so shout out to Dan. This here's kind of for him. He always brings up live stream police chases that go on around him, and we'll stop what we're doing in the stream if it's live and pop over there and we'll react to it. So we're going to do kind of the same thing here tonight. He can't be with us tonight. He's currently in a hospital, so um, hopefully when he gets up and going, where he's got some time to watch this, he'll enjoy it. I think this should be pretty fun. I've seen bits and pieces of this on TikTok, and I'm like, ooh, we got to check that one out. So it's more fun when they're actively live and not pre-recorded, because we do kind of know how the ending is, but I mean, obviously they catch him. It's hard to outrun a camera. It's hard to outrun a radio. Let me see here. Portrait. When they're actively live and not pre-recorded. Oh, kind of you're cut off at the edge, aren't you? Why does it do that? Why does it do that with everything? Like, I have to have it like there for it to be full for you, don't I? Oh gosh, I'm so far behind on that. Good enough. Better than it was. All right, let's get this party started. Do we want the chat open? If chat starts popping up. Ooh, they think he's got a weapon on board.
Yeah, that actually makes it a lot more dangerous. There you see him making a right-hand turn, going between a couple of vehicles. The two black and white units had to go around them now on Firth Boulevard in Watts, and now making another turn there. And the black and white units pretty close behind. As Tim, you said.
Yeah, he's going to be quick on a dirt bike. Nimble.
Is the unit actually calling this pursuit, keeping an eye on him? But with all these trees in the very congested area,
so look at that guy. That guy's kind of dumb walking out in front of all of that. All the cops pull over and just get him for jaywalking instead. Like, wait a minute, bigger crime here.
freeway, so kind of staying in that one general area of the South LA neighborhood of Watts and not really giving any signs of giving up here, but right to the intersection there, luckily it was on a green, but units sticking as close as they can without being too dangerous. But
without being too dangerous, just go nudge his back tire. You're right on top of him anyway. Flip him over. Like this should have been over blocks ago. You think he has a gun?
Just a taunting type activity, but this long shot here is very difficult to see as he rides along here. But officers are going to do what they can to stay with him. The officer in the helicopter will keep eye on as best. Here's splitting traffic right down the.
Ooh, that's going to make it difficult.
Weaving their way through their unit. Cars getting out of the way for them, thankfully. But it's, as with a car and a motorcycle, it's very tough to stay with them in traffic.
Yeah, currently now on East 77th place.
Yeah, that guy's just playing with him the whole way.
In the Southgate, East Los Angeles area, and as Tim says, when you get a motorcycle like this, he's got a lot more maneuverability than an automobile or an SUV, and he can split right through traffic, and sometimes not leaving. You see right here, you can see a little tough for the officers, but they make that turn there to try to keep up with them. And again, we've got some restricted airspace because of LAX, so it's not easy keeping track of this guy. But it looks like he is in that general area. And Tim, I think I counted a moment ago about 6 black and white units following.
Yeah, a lot of them are the what they call the slick tops. So it's more likely the metro units that are up there working this. So it's just a matter of time before they catch them. But yeah, a lot of units on scene here trying to keep an eye on them and also have those officers in the area to where
We
they
lost
can,
them.
shut down the area and try to pin them into a certain spot. But yeah, unusual to see that many units in a pursuit. And sometimes when you start seeing pursuit collect police cars, they'll call out to have 3 or 4 of them back off and just kind of trail a pursuit. And stay
Yeah, they
there.
don't need.
See right there the
they-
LAPD area unit
Oh,
overhead
there's their chopper.
doing their orbits, keeping track of that rider on the ground. But it's very difficult with all the buildings and all.
That's
the
pretty
trees
cool,
and things
seeing
of
the
that sort to
chopper.
keep that motorcycle in
Hi,
sight.
Jason. How you
But
doing?
doing a very good job at this point. The officers on the ground and officers in the air staying very close to the suspect. But as you said, as you asked, Glenn, yeah, it's unusual to see that many units in a pursuit, especially for a single occupant of a vehicle, whether it's a car or motorcycle. And more than likely, a watch rental will see that.
They're
They're
not
gonna
super
ask
hard to
3 or
find.
4 of the units to back off and get out of the pursuit. But we'll see what kind of a trail we have coming down here as he pops his way out towards Southgate area here. But you see the area right overhead making those tight turns and dropping down, staying as close as he can. So we're going to see if he pops out of one of these side streets.
Oh,
Right,
there
Tim,
he is.
Okay, we got him up close again. Now on South Alameda Street and East 76. Now Nadu Street. Again in the
Makes you
South East
wonder
Los
if he
Angeles
saw
area.
this chopper and he's like,
And,
go towards that
just
chopper.
joining us,
Get me on the camera.
This motorcycle pursuit, we picked it up in Compton.
He's making a phone call.
And he'd been going through South LA, and what makes this so dangerous, not just the fact that he's got a motorcycle. It looks like he pulled into a gas station, but this guy also apparently has a gun with him. So
He's filling up. He's getting gas at the station. UI Show Street. No.
On a cell phone as he was rolling south here on Alameda. And this is the second time I've seen this month where suspects have stopped and started getting gas. But right here, you see he still has a cell phone in his left hand as he's pumping gas and watching for units to come around. But I'm surprised they're not on him really quick at this point. They weren't that far behind.
I would think that they would. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he pulled the thing off with him. It'd have been funny if that wouldn't have came off and it would have yanked him off the bike.
Sidewalk and continue southbound on Alameda here, but he's really
No, those actually have like a release mechanism on them, just for that purpose. If someone forgets it and drives off with them.
More gas on board, so this pursuit can go on for quite a
Yeah,
time.
dirt bike will go a long way on that gallon of gas.
But, well, you just added another charge. That's destruction of private property.
Yeah.
Among other charges against this guy. Again, on South Alameda Street. Yeah, Tim, we always make jokes about a pursuit suspect stopping at a gas station and filling up. He actually got away with it for now.
Yeah. Like I said, we had one earlier part of the month where a car had pulled into a gas station and tried to get some gas. But that's what happens when the ground units happen.
Yeah, I remember seeing one where a car tried pulling in.
The police departments want to protect the motoring public as best they can.
I can't remember if he actually got gas or not. He pulled into the stall, I remember, and they tried cutting him off, and he whoop, zipped around them.
And get gas. But what I'm seeing here is he has that cell phone in his left hand, and they're giving, getting information or calling people where he's at, and probably waiting to get to an area where he's familiar with and get a safe place to run to, or have somebody pick him up if he ditches the motorcycle and gets into a vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good
Unless
point.
He ditches himself in an area where that area can't see him. He's just going to get picked up by the area getting into a vehicle, because we've seen that where suspects will ditch the original vehicle and then jump into another car and take off with a co-conspirator or a victim who just happens to have their doors unlocked at a red light. We've seen that where they've jerked people out of cars. But this rider here showing no signs of stopping.
We got GTA 6 going on.
No signs of giving up on this pursuit.
And of course, if this actual motorcycle or dirt bike was actually registered to this guy, you know, it's not like they're not going to catch up with him eventually. So, you know,
Oh, I doubt it. It's stolen. I bet it's stolen.
They'll find this guy.
That's true. That's it. The vehicle is registered to him, and it's not stolen or borrowed. But an LAPD unit is right there behind him, going down the road here southbound. You see him just kind of high rates of speed, and that unit trying to stay.
Well, we don't have any live chat over here at playback, so I won't make this full screen.
Or 92nd Street, sorry. And as he comes around, you see the LAPD right behind him, and yeah, unfortunately they can't go up and tap him and knock him out of control. So,
why not?
You
do that with a car?
As close as they can and wait for the end.
Yeah, do that with a car? Why couldn't you do that with a bike?
I don't know if he's got a full tank of gas, but he's got enough gas where he can keep going.
So dumb. You're going to risk all these other people's cars, lives, because you won't go tap him. What a bunch of idiots.
For a ground unit to stay with a motorcycle, especially a very nimble dirt bike like this.
You'd rather chase him halfway across town,
you go up sidewalks and between buildings, and
inconvenience everyone else over his stupidity.
They've gone up pedestrian walks, past those bollards that block cars from getting into a pedestrian area, into a park, or just into very restricted areas because it's such a thin vehicle, and also the acceleration that they can make a turn and accelerate very rapidly and make another turn, accelerate rapidly, and get a couple turns ahead of the ground unit. And
why can't they just go ahead of him and put some oil on the road? Just put some dish detergent down, make him slip and fall over. Oil slick him.
That suspect is making. So LAPD is not showing any indication of trying to give up on this or letting it go, as we've seen before.
How are they estimating his miles per hour? Like, that's what I want to know. You can't even see him in this picture. How are you getting the estimate? Yo, 300, boy, he's booking it. They're like, take that graphic off.
So right now, LAPD has to weigh all those bits of evidence and decide, how far they want.
Now that's cool. I like that overlay where it shows all the streets. That's pretty neat.
At least they have at this point, they do have a license plate number. They were able to get that information by being so close behind them. We see a black and white unit there.
Oh, I'm surprised they had plates on it.
That road is parallel with that large grassy athletic field. Here we go.
Why would you have plates on where you're going to do something like this?
111th Street in Compton Avenue, excuse me. Tim, we've seen this guy, Compton Watts. Obviously, he must be from this area, as we've seen in the past, because he's kind of.
So that means it's stolen. That's got to mean it's a stolen bike.
From prior pursuits, where they'll stay in an area they're familiar with, they know the streets, especially when you start seeing the multiple turns, left, right, but staying in a certain boxed area, that kind of tells you they know the area, they're from the area, versus the folks that get on the freeway and drive for several hours and get off and wander around. They get back on the freeway and go back the direction they came from. But you see right there, going across the parking lot.
And all the more reason you should have tapped him and knocked him over.
Red light. And now under the 105.
Now you got someone out walking in the middle of the street again.
We'll see if the units can get around. Oh, right there. Good job, guys. They're right on him.
They couldn't shake him.
Right. Nope. And you see, I don't know what he's listening to his phone. So he could very well be listening to a social media feed that's broadcasting it.
He could be listening to that.
So somebody may be watching TV and giving him indication of what's going on. So hopefully if they're watching, Fox, they just say, pull over. You're not going to get away, dude. You're going to end up hurting yourself. Going through one hand.
Try and talk him down.
Going around, kind of wiggle it there a little bit, because it's hard enough to ride a motorcycle high speed with two hands, let alone talking on the phone with one hand. So the chances and the percentages are coming up that he's going to end up running into somebody or losing control of this motorcycle going around corners like that, especially not keeping total control of the bike. But so far,
Need for Speed, right, Garfield? Yeah. He already stopped once to get gas.
LAPD doing a great job here, sticking with them, and just a matter of time before this comes to an end. I'm kind of betting from prior experience and 40 plus years of law enforcement experience, it's not going to end well for him, because more likely it's going to end up with a crash.
Yeah.
And it's not just him running to another vehicle. There's going to be a good possibility of an unsuspecting driver, like it could have happened right there in that intersection, actually hitting him.
Exactly. You're just going through an intersection. You have the green light, and a little blue motorcycle just zipped out of nowhere and right in front of you. You end up tagging him in the middle of the intersection. But my
I'd
feeling
say
is
he's
he's going
moving,
to
but
turn and
45
keep
doesn't
running
seem
that road
like
so
that's
he
probably a
gets in the corner,
30 area, but
or hitting the back
I
of
don't
the
know how
car,
their roads
or
work over
keep
there.
running somebody in an intersection because he's just really keeping the speeds up here on these residential streets. And people are just going home at this time, not expecting anything like this to happen where you got a motorcycle going along at 40, 50 miles an hour and blowing through intersections like that, but it's just a matter of time. Like I said, the percentages on these pursuits, the longer they go, the higher the percentages of something bad happening at the end. Unless he just finally gets tired and realizes I can't get away and just, pulls over, gets up, gets off the bike and lays
This
on the
guy
ground.
is
We've
like,
seen
he
that
just
many
needs to
times
give up. And that
where
guy,
these
he
cars
he
and
he
people
had
on
this
motorcycles
already
where it
figured
goes
out.
so
He
long
was
they
going to
finally
go for it.
That's it. But right here, kind of cutting around here, wrong side of the street. Look at that. Wrong side of the street here on El Segundo, heading back to the west, cutting down, passing cars here, westbound, passing those eastbound cars. And, just a matter of somebody coming out of a driveway at this point. You see the officers not following him onto the wrong side of the street. That's all their training is not to do that because it puts other drivers in harm's way. But look at El Segundo
Again,
Boulevard at this
just
time of night.
tap
It's
his
just
rear
impossible
wheel.
to get
He'll
anybody
go
on it.
down, and that'll be the end of this.
But
Done.
back down and
You could have had to
seriously
stopped in
missed
100
out.
feet. Instead, you're going to go for miles.
The 110 freeway there. Like I said, motorcycles able just to slide right by that car, but they can see the units coming with their lights on, sirens, and then they just stop, as you see right there in the middle, and let the guy go by. And that's exactly what you should do if you're in that situation as a driver. You see something like this coming at you, just stop your vehicle and let it go by. Truck right there, all these cars, they see what's coming. They don't need to get involved. Just stop and let it go. If it's coming up behind you, let it go by you. So look at this. He's kind of showboating now.
Yeah, standing up. He's still got the cell phone there in his left hand, looking back at the cops, probably mocking them. Looks like he's talking to somebody again. And hey, listen, if you're watching us and you're talking to him, just tell this guy to pull over. He's not going to get away with this. It's going to be over, sooner rather than later. And all he's doing at this point is just stacking up the charges.
Exactly. Just lesser included.
He's got to go for all the stars.
Whatever started this, these pursuit violations, they just kind of go into the bottom, and whatever the felony charges that they're chastening for is the main charging thing, and then everything else with all the felonies that he was here with putting people in danger will just be added on as extenuating circumstance.
All right, now traveling on West El Segundo
I'm the
Boulevard
king
in
of the
Compton.
ride.
Since we started following this pursuit, it was in South L.A., it was in Watts, it was in Compton, back into Watts. We think
I got you, Garfield.
probably is very familiar with this area, probably lives in this area, and is trying to figure out.
It's probably what he feels
some way
like.
to
Oh,
ditch the police, and
oh,
he found a wide open
they're going to have a
freeway
hard time
park. This is
chasing him
what I
through that.
thought might happen.
Yeah, the park. Yeah, they get into the parks where the units can't chase them and kind of zip right along. And now the air units could have to take this over and keep a close eye, but all it takes is for them to find the pedestrian exit out one side of the park. These are going to come right across the street. They're just zipping along. So, yeah, it's Magic Johnson Park. Very, very familiar with this park over in the South Watts area. So. Luckily, not a lot of people out there, but he is really off-roading with a dirt bike and down the sidewalk. And back
Lucky.
on El Segundo.
Not much kids out there.
Well, I will say
Something
one
playing.
thing, he
Excuse
certainly
me.
has some skills. He knows what he's doing on that motorcycle, unfortunately. By the way, if you're watching this right now, Tim, we're going to stay with this past 6:30. We're also streaming this on Fox LA Plus. So stay with us.
Hey, Fallen.
Hopefully,
We're
we'll get this
watching
thing wrapped up in the
High
next
Speed Chase.
15 or 20
This is a
minutes.
pre-recorded one, but since
Motorcycle,
Dan's in the
the
hospital,
driver,
I was like,
cell
well,
phone,
he
car
always
also has
hits
a
us
weapon,
up whenever there's one going on by him. And
in pursuit.
I was like, well, he can watch this back. He'd probably get a kick out of it.
Now on East El Segundo Boulevard in Compton.
Give him something to watch while he's laying there in bed.
Exactly. You see him having a full-on conversation, talking, sticking the mic or the.
I'm enjoying
to
it
his
too.
ear so you can hear it, and just.
How you doing, Fallen?
Like he's having a regular Sunday afternoon drive. It's just, unusual that this guy can be able to do that. And like you said, that goes to his skill.
Oh,
riding
what a
this
country.
motorcycle.
Yeah, right.
Right-hand turn back to the north and get up Broadway back up towards Watts.
Certainly
And
puts on quite a show.
Hitting the parking lot, Athens Park, another park.
Another park.
Oh, man, going in another park. And there's a bunch of people in this one.
Yeah.
You got a whole game going on. He's going out in the ball field.
Through that, and hopefully they'll be able to.
Yeah, right in the middle of a soccer game. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Parents collecting their kids and trying to get them out of harm's way, but looks like he's kind of making some circles.
Well,
here.
that was good call on the parents there. Yeah, the coaches and stuff, getting them all riled into a spot.
I don't know which way he's gonna go, but you know how scared are these folks out here just playing soccer on a Wednesday evening to have this guy coming driving through? But we'll see, now he's behind a tree, so this is what an LA observer,
Man,
flight officer has to do is see all the people running away
look at
from
the kids
units
running.
coming
They
in.
should have. This is why they should have ran. Hit him. Just hit him. Just keep driving. Go faster and run the guy over. What are you doing?
Come on. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
At that point, run the guy
Kids
over.
playing in a soccer game, and this guy, he almost hit somebody there.
It's dirt bike. Woke
Yeah,
up
gets
falling.
in the middle of a soccer game, football game, and just sits there and taunts.
It's
around
cloud.
and
It's circus. Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
so it's these people are you don't. Yeah, the people that do this, it's just you can't figure out what's going through their heads and why they do stuff like this, and it'll always be the same. It'll always be the same in police work and the way.
It only takes a few nut jobs.
So, Tim, we saw him stop. At
Hi,
that one gas
Grizzly.
station. If he was able to actually fill his tank up, how much longer?
Yeah, he did stop at the gas station to fill his tank up while they were chasing him.
2-3 gallons of fuel, so.
Yeah.
And they can go hundreds of miles on just that small amount of gas.
Yeah, it don't take.
How much
Yeah,
he was able to
dirt bike go a
get
long
in
way.
there before he took off. So I wouldn't be betting we're going to run out of gas here anytime soon. But hopefully,
This dirtier biker ride here,
guy.
guy.
I can't do this anymore, and maybe it's time to give up. But right now, here he's going to cut across and on the brakes hard through this intersection here.
Whew, boy.
Nailed by that.
Yeah, it was a close one with that car.
You saw the fishtails. He jammed on the brakes coming down that right or left side of the street. Kind of threaded the needle and shot through and got out.
Probably wouldn't run him over unless they see a gun. Well, they already thought he had a gun, Fallen. That's the reason they're chasing him so hard is they think he's armed.
A suspect on a motorcycle, so they're having to deal with that. And then the officers who are chasing them have to keep public safety in mind and cannot overdrive the conditions.
He's going for the border of Mexico. No, he's been sticking too close to town. That'd be a long drive from L.A. to Mexico.
If he gets out on foot and be able to lock it down, but this suspect not wearing a helmet and kind of just cruising along. Now he's got another person out here has probably been keeping an eye on this and watching.
Just
to join in, so I hope that doesn't happen to where we've seen those big groups of motorcycles join in a big,
oh no,
motorcycles going down the street. But it does look like this other person is even interested in it. He's happened to see another motorcycle and cruise up. Well, I'm going to continue on home and let this guy ride, but pretty soon it's going to be very obvious there's more to it than just somebody riding it.
That was a close cut, Grizzly.
They're filming it. They're actually using
the guy
the phone.
in the front.
They're probably
the guy in front.
Probably showing it live on social media.
Probably so. They've been watching it on TV or watching it on social media. So now it's going to turn into a social media event where these two are going to be filming as they go along. The one in the white jacket there is the first one to have the filming of it.
Yeah, the way they're not pulling over makes me think they're in with it. Yeah, they're going over to the other side of the street and everything else.
Get them out of the problem because they've just now, earned themselves, a ride to the station because of involving themselves in this pursuit and interfering with the pursuit. So they'll be having a discussion here later. With the officers, but you can see the suspect is not giving up. Back on Imperial, heading to the east.
They're on Coleman, something like that. Yeah, Olden.
South LA,
They kind of look like they're on Cushman's or mini bikes.
And over to Broadway, so that's the area he's stayed in so far.
Yeah, expanded over there to Harbor Gateway for a couple of minutes where he was going through that park where those soccer games are going
That's
on.
a low rider.
Probably scared a lot of people there, but now on West Imperial Highway in South Los Angeles, back where we pretty much started picking this up. And he keeps making
Ooh, that was a narrow. He went between those two cars.
left-hand turns into oncoming traffic right in front of a black and white unit. And fortunately, the LAPD is still right on his tail.
Yeah, I mean they're doing a real good job in the unit staying with him and not over driving. I haven't seen any real crazy moves by the black and whites, and that's, like I said, that's their job, is not get over involved in the pursuit to where they take away the safety of everybody else around them.
They're letting him go. That's taking away the safety from everybody else.
You know,
There were several spots where they could have stopped this.
see again with him hitting something and really hurting himself or hurting somebody else.
He doesn't care about hurting somebody else. Why would anyone care about hurting him?
So, totally up to that rider on that motorcycle.
Also, a lot heavier traffic now coming the other way, so that kind of, he's going to have to stay on the correct side of the road at this point. Well, maybe not so much now.
Yeah, he's been using that yellow line.
He must have watched the GTA 6 trailer like 20 times.
All the way to the left, hit the curb line.
It does look, it looks all right.
You know,
Andy, hi Andy Sutton.
Because normally these streets are pretty full at this time.
Centimeters. Oh, missed it by centimeters.
Pursuit that we're not running into too much more. Just, jam ups at intersections right here coming along, and he's going to cut between there. Units or people are hearing those sirens coming along as he continues northbound here. Figueroa just went through Century, so this is right under the LAX approach. Once again, for the folks who just joined us, the reason they're looking so far away is they're not allowed to be helicopters. They're not allowed to fly into the LAX airspace, so they have to stay south or north to keep an eye on this. So, way this guy's been operating, he has stayed in that little box, and he'll get up north here a little bit further, and then start turning around and coming back to the south is what we've seen about 3.
He wants the cameras. Let's
we're gonna put a little. In a
that
box
makes
here.
sense. We can't be flying the choppers around the airport.
You see the driver here. The live shot is in the smaller box. In the bigger box, you see the motorcycle rider. And again, this is not a motorcycle; it's a dirt bike, which which is great for off-roading. Making a turn here, and he's inside. He goes to a Chevron gas station.
Yeah, this is from earlier, but he stopped in at this gas station and filled up.
For about a minute or so to fill his tank back up. Don't know how much gas he was actually able to get, but if he was
he's
low
too
enough,
late
maybe
for
he wasn't
work
able to
now.
fill it completely, but
He don't know
suddenly
the.
pulled away.
He don't know they're following him. He's probably never worked.
I don't know what he saw. Probably a black and white unit, or maybe heard the sirens. But when he pulled away in a hurry, and he took the nozzle and he took the hose. With
Yeah,
him.
he takes the whole hose with him.
And
Watch
dragged it
this.
along, beside him there for about a block.
It
There
just
you see it right there.
Pulls the whole thing out.
And he pulls out of that gas station back into.
It's a
on the
good
street
thing they are released.
on South Alameda.
Young
Street.
teenager
And,
behavior,
after a
yeah.
couple of moments, that nozzle and hose finally falls away.
Hard to tell. He's wearing a mask, and
Again,
it's
not
really
a
hard to get
motorcycle,
a
typical
grasp
motorcycle,
on his
but,
age by
it's
looking
a
at him.
dirt bike, which does give him an advantage when he gets into a park area.
He's
which
probably
is,
in his
we typically refer to
20s.
as Johnson
You
Park,
know, he looks pretty
as well as,
full
I think
sized.
it was Athena Park, and
Stops him,
police are
cops.
still close behind him, and bizarre pursuit started with us in South LA and continues. And I guess, Tim, we're in that airspace where we got a problem.
Oh, yeah. Ever since the D.C. crash, the FAA has really cracked down on any flights of helicopters within the surface area of any major airport, and this is one of them. And this is the Alameda corridor they're cutting up. They're right on the edge of the surface area of LAPD.
Oh, they lost him.
And so if you fly up the east side, you can follow Alameda north up to about to the 10 freeway, where you could then turn.
I never know. I don't look 30. Yeah, right. It's hard to tell. When I was like 18, everybody asked if I was like 27, 28. So I'm like, oof, I'm aging bad. We have
But
bad
that
guns and
would be their
perfect teams.
goal.
Yeah,
They're
right.
trying the best they can, but LAX has been known, the controllers there,
I
to
didn't
get
know
out
that.
there
Very
and
good
so the police
information.
are used
Which
to leaving
one?
the airspace if it gets too congested. So right here is the Alameda corridor he's coming to, and he should be turning north, heading up into the
Sent
downtown
parents to
area.
schools with
We're
children.
trying to
Things be
get that
awful. We blame the
east-west
schools.
look through those streets. So
We
we'll see
sent
what happens
the
here in a few
parents
minutes
to
as
school
they
with the
kind of keep
children.
tabs
Things would
on
be
the pursuit,
awful, but we
looking
blame
at
the
that area and also listening to the police scanners in that helicopter trying to stay with it. But a great job by the
I mean,
crew on Sky.
some schools
Do
are
their best to stick with it this long.
not
Yeah,
the
apparently,
greatest
from
teachers,
what we've
but
been told, it's eastbound, heading toward the 110.
it depends on how the
maybe they'll try to
schools
go on the
run.
freeway,
Can't
maybe
they can't film over an airport. Yeah, well, they can't fly in the airspace of the airport. It definitely,
We've seen the black and white units doing a great job of staying
yeah,
behind him.
it definitely is a problem.
Motorcycle opposed to a car.
Icy's 26
Wouldn't bother to try to
going
stay
on
near the
35. I'm 31. Look, 25.
because they
Oh
maneuver so
no! Well, I just turned 33.
Does that even come into play?
Yeah, I mean, once they get up into the motorcycle gets into an area where units can't get through. Like I was speaking earlier.
Yeah, everyone thought I looked like I was 27 when I was 18. I got offered beer all the time. No one, I was like 16. They were just like, "Oh, you're old enough." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I ain't 21."
Motorcycle. If they're bigger bikes, bigger, heavier road bikes, yeah, then
I just got an aged face, I guess. Well, I've always have had a big beard on me, but
where they can end up.
Well, again, we're looking down in South LA, police in pursuit of a man on a dirt bike. And we know that he has
all right, we can skip ahead a little bit.
has we believe a handgun.
They believe he has a
On
handgun.
a cell phone. So, that's why police are being so aggressive trying to.
Oh no!
in this.
Do they catch him? Okay, they catch up with
because
him.
of air
All right.
traffic at LAX, we're not able to pin down exactly where they are.
They're having a
at the
hard time
moment.
finding him.
Again, a bizarre pursuit.
Same
Not
here. The
motorcycle,
beard
dirt
makes
bike,
us look old. It
we
does.
managed
It
to
adds
gas
some
station,
age.
actually
Um,
some gas and managed to pull out. Also driving through a couple of parks. Let's go back and look at that.
I only have like,
this is on
oh
East
gosh,
El Segundo, Belhaven.
I don't know where that book is. My yearbook. I've got a picture where I was all shaved up for my high school.
Park, named after the Lake
At
of
18,
Grace
I
in
still looked
Washington,
15.
and,
Oh no!
being a dirt bike, this is pretty
Nice, funny guy. Thank you, Garfield.
Drove through the park trying to get away from officers, and eventually we're going to see him here come up.
I don't know. We try to have fun on this channel.
Right across into the other side of the park.
Yeah, that I don't like. Him going into a park full of kids. That's no.
Throwing caution
They
to
should have.
the
That's when they should have ran the guy over. When he goes doing stuff like that.
And he's going to get back on a surface street.
Especially if they think he has a gun.
And
Why wouldn't
apparently,
you take
all
him
we
out
know is
quicker?
to give you an update, he is southbound on Figueroa
He could have
Street.
went off on a shooting rampage there.
We're having a tough time getting a shot because of the air traffic at LAX. But again, this is earlier. This dirt bike, you see him
Still don't
here.
grow a thick beard,
He's
mostly a
going through
goatee
traffic.
or a
That's what
chin
makes it tough for
strap.
officers.
I mean, I lucked out on mine. It started coming in like junior high. I was like 7th grade and it started coming in. By high school, I kind of had a full beard going on. By about the end of high school, it was probably down to here or so. And then this I don't like. I really don't like that. I'm glad, good on the parents gathering the kids up together. See that guy there, he's like, hey, come, get over here, get away from him. Crazy guy on the field. But
he gets on this dirt part of the field and
yeah, my graduation, day of graduation, I shaved off. And I came in our, you got those big gowns and the hat and everything. I came in that. Everybody looked at me and they were like, who's that? I'm tall. I'm like 6'7". I come in there. Everybody had to do a double take on me. Like, who just walked in through the door? They didn't recognize me.
Now, this is going back to the park in Athens Park.
Same reason you say take him out. I'm with you. But same reason you say take him out in the park. Same reason they didn't take a lot of CVIs.
To try to stay safe.
A lot of civilians around it.
On South Broadway, which we're told he's on the
Take
same
him out in
street
the park.
right
Same
now.
reason they didn't take.
It's just
Well,
a
they could have
matter of-
taken him out sooner than that. But I'm just saying that's
Okay, he's now on
Yeah, a lot of civilians at risk for sure. They should have taken him out before then. They've been right on his butt the entire trip. All they had to do was run up and tap him. It wouldn't. It doesn't take much. They'll tap cars. I don't see the difference in tapping a bike. But oh, they might hurt him. Oh, what about his feelings?
Yeah, it was a matter of time for he hit something. Yeah, 111th is just a little bit north of 105 and Broadway.
Don't care. You're going to be that much of an idiot.
So that whole area there will start getting locked down. You'll see 111th. They'll lock it down there and then take it from Broadway to Main and start keeping track of it. But I guarantee you the air unit is right on him if he's running. They'll be able to pin him down with all the units in the area who are there normally for patrol. And then the units that were involved in this pursuit, they're going to be able to lock that area down pretty quickly. And I expect
say they go ram, miss, slide the grass, ball players dodging 4,500. Yeah, no. Well, Fallen, there was a spot where the cop car was like right in front of this guy. I like they were like super close. I can go back to that. Like there was a spot where the cop car was like here and he was like here. All he would have had to do was run forward and there was no one around him. Like there was a spot where they could have ended it real quick.
That seems to be an area that's familiar with him, but you see there's a black and white unit parked now at an intersection trying to block traffic and another one there turning.
Yeah, they're setting that perimeter. As I said, the east perimeter is going to be Main Street. Okay. And now these units are going to drop in and start locking down the east-west streets, span between Broadway and Main, locking that area. That unit will probably stop right in there, trying to close off that area. Because the area that kind of knows the general areas where he's at. So that unit's going to pop there. This one's going to run down and get that intersection of Broadway. And if that's 111th, trying to lock it up. But the one thing you're not going to see is a bunch of cars racing in where they think the suspect is. They've got to lock the area down first and then go in and find the suspect. But you see, it looks like we're pretty well focusing on this house right here. So he's more than likely in that neighborhood.
Yeah, Tim, it's our understanding that he, at 207, I'm sorry, what's that street again? West 112th, 207 West 112th Street. He's actually at the moment hiding in a trash can.
There you go.
Oh,
one of the favorite hiding spots.
Trash can and recycling bin, and I saw
where he belongs.
That one house
in the trash.
That back building behind that beige house. So possibly that's where he is, and judging
see, they're all dogs on a leash until their radius is engaged. They won't. Oh yeah, no, I mean they won't. I know they won't, but they could have ended it a lot sooner. I'd make a terrible cop because situations like this, he'd have been stopped a long time ago. He'd probably be dead.
He's actually jumping out. He's got his hands up. Looks like this is he's finally given up after all that aggressive driving on that dirt bike on city streets in South LA. And here we go. You see the officers there.
You don't want to scratch on his police car. Oh, yeah, that's probably it.
Okay. They're gonna have to search where he ran and see if he dumped the gun or if he just dropped it right there in the driveway. So they'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, well, limping a little bit. So obviously, when he ate it, when he crashed, he's injured. Is probably going to have to be taken to the hospital. But he's doing what he's supposed to do at this point. Finally, got his hands up. He's backing up towards the officers, and momentarily, he will have the handcuffs on him.
They got him.
A lot of officers involved in this one.
Oh yeah. That's what usually happens when
with modern times go, they're more scared of backlash. Yeah, I know they are falling. I know. It's a shame.
All right, again, this taking place, the arrest in the driveway of a...
It's a shame. Dramatic 2-county police chase. Ooh, I want to see the full-size truck.
Get rid of this.
Oh, gosh, this is a 2-hour stream. I don't know if I'm ready for a 2-hour stream. Body cams, heli cams everywhere. People already hate the police. I know.
Get some movement.
I'm just saying, if I was there, it'd be
All right, that's
what I
Brian.
would do. My thought process is a little different than what their procedures are. I want to stop it
Orange is
right
not
when it
marked,
starts,
by the way.
not let the guy spend 2 hours driving around putting everyone else in danger.
All right. I got nothing. I got Baldwin Park all the way up.
And a lot of these end with them getting in a crash anyway, so
Are we clear to head that direction?
there was one we watched a while back, hit like 2 cars,
Hang on.
and one had like a family of 4 in it.
I didn't. Still not requesting CHP. Somebody is in pursuit.
Looking at the clouds, zoom down. There you go.
Copy all. I did hear them say somebody's in pursuit. I didn't hear who. And they're not requesting CHP. Fontana. They're not going to let it go. 10:57, yeah, 6:05. If they're passing the 57, let's. Yeah. Just,
Guy's like, where do I go?
yep. End of the week pursuit. Buckle up. Oh.
All right, I'll skip ahead. I'll skip ahead a little.
Gals, if you have any information that might be helpful, we're going to just pick up the 10 and head the opposite direction.
Is the first hour us going to be trying to find this guy?
Okay.
We're looking for the news story. He's around here somewhere. So one of these vehicles is going too fast.
Not even at the 6:05 then. Like, but it's not. Yeah. Issue with hot mic, not hot mic, and why wouldn't I want anybody that's watching to or listening or following along not to know? Where's he coming up on? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be
like the guy knows where he is. What are you telling? Who are you telling new information
got a lot
to?
of traffic coming up.
Oh boy, he's picking the busiest time to try and do a runaway. Oh,
Yes.
come on, come on, come on! You'll find him. Keep looking. Look harder. Fly over there. Pan around. We're looking for a truck. Maybe a truck. Oh, there's what was in
the
there.
truck. It's got to be the truck. It's a white pickup truck.
Here we go.
Yep. That's
About
it.
a 2008 Chevy crew cab long bed. See, this is why you don't paint your hot rod bright orange, then they can't miss it during the police chase. Better footage. Right? This is why you paint it bright orange. Yeah, if it's a white truck that looks like any other white truck, it doesn't stand out very well.
Knows that is definitely the vehicle. Do we know what the want was, Melissa? And of course the IFB.
Guys, he's got his arm out the window.
Really?
With one hand on the wheel, he's just casually driving down the road.
Oh, come on, dude. There he is.
He's waving. Probably a company truck he stole. It looks like a work truck. Well, I don't know. It's got a sunroof on it.
Yeah, he's telling us no.
3 gang sign. I don't know. 3 2. Is he telling? Is he trying to give a phone number out?
I wish I'd be fluent in that.
012525.
Pay attention to the road, buddy.
I think he's trying to give someone a. What's happening in the passenger seat?
I'm trying.
Wait, was something happening in the passenger seat? I was watching the guy.
Okay.
I see his arm.
Interesting choice of clothing. Yeah, he's telling us no.
That's just their arm, I think. His one hand's on the wheel, but he's got like a big baggy clothing on.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone in the passenger seat from what I can see.
No. Dude, pay attention to the road, buddy.
I think he's trying to give someone his phone number. Maybe he's signed. Maybe he thinks the cops are deaf. I don't think that's sign language. Maybe I don't. I think he's trying to give a phone number out.
Turning the scanner down. Somebody talking at me? Uh-oh. Roxia. I gotta get serious.
He's doing the same thing over and over again. It's gotta be a phone number. Sure, I saw bunny ears on his head. Has he got bunny ears on his head? Or you mean the signs he's throwing up? It's the world's most least aggressive gang signs.
That's a nice truck.
It is a nice truck. I do agree. I wouldn't mind having one like that. Crew cab long bed. I've got a dually right now. I've got a 98 Chevy dually extended cab.
Yeah, I think
and it's just too wide. Like
here.
that would be fine. But the duals, driving the duals everywhere is kind of a pain to park in some areas. You're just so wide.
Wasn't me. Nope. He's setting up his defense right now. He's like, see, right there, you can clearly see that I was saying it wasn't me. Yeah.
Safety Dan, we're watching high speed. Well, I don't know if this counts as a high speed chase, but we're watching chases. They're pre-recorded, but
they said they were going to stay farther back, but I guess not. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't call that far back. They're pretty on him. How you doing tonight, Safety Dan?
They're going to stay about half a mile behind, which was quite a lot, but
we were watching a guy on a dirt bike run around from the cops earlier. He stopped and got gas and kept moving.
Hey, Araxia. Good afternoon.
It's a low IQ chase.
Dylan informing earlier on the first story.
This one's not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. I kind of wanted to see how well he was going to get away in the full-size truck. Because most of what we see are cars. I might skip ahead.
Unless he cuts all the way over, which he could, I'm going to lose him.
I might skip ahead a little bit. See if we get interesting. Because this is like a 2-hour video. Doing good? All right. Like to hear that. Yeah, I went to the chiropractor today. And she popped me around. She thinks 3 or 4 more sessions and she might be able to get me fixed up. So she did a lot of popping on my back. And It feels better, but I'm still
internet
hurting
show.
in the
If
same
you guys
spots.
are local, however you're watching us, that's fantastic. But you got to give a little. Never mind.
She definitely gave me some relief. What's in the bed? It looks like a tarp.
Well, this where we are right now, Zach. That's it. Listen, buddy, they could be okay. The driver of that truck just rolled up his windows, probably to hear us better. I'm not really sure. But
Yeah, it looks like trash bag or something, like a leaf bag.
Else inside the truck. And a little agitated.
It's a body
That would be
bag.
The best way to describe that person.
He's got his body back there. I think it's a trash bag, Colin.
Kind of jerking
Long leaf
between
bag,
the lanes.
something like that.
As far as speeds go, I'm just noticing it. I just looked over. They're really starting to bump up. For a while there, we were going slower than freeway speeds in the 50s and the 40s. Was it traffic? Was it not traffic? I'm not sure. There he goes. He's bringing that window down again. So then, this is what I'm talking about. Very fidgety. This person. The original want, though, why they wanted to get behind him, how this pursuit started, carjacking. That's the information we're getting right now. But I did hear them clearly say earlier on, no weapons seen. So possibly this was just a crime of opportunity. That vehicle might have been sitting somewhere.
So
running.
it's a stolen truck. Stolen chickens for sure. Oh no.
And then that pursuit was on. Roxia?
So, Stu, I am noticing, and the viewers watching right now, this individual constantly taking his hand out there from the window, and I don't know what kind of signs they are, but he's definitely trying to, I don't know, send a message or just communicate, or I'm not sure what he's doing.
You know,
I mean, that could
the signs that I'm seeing right there
could be sign language.
Those are some sort of gang signs, and again, not 100%. Maybe he is listening to us, because it really does seem like he's corresponding to whatever we're saying. But you know,
I bet someone that reads sign language knows what he's saying.
On documentary, that in prison, that's
So
how they
much more
communicate
brake dust
between
on the
each
front
other,
rims.
when they're in those cells, they'll stick their hands out there and they have like a sign language that they use to communicate back and forth. Possibly that's what's going on right there. Clearly, this person a little bit of showboating. Clearly, if that is the case, kind of throwing out the signals and saying, "Hey, that's me. I'm taking care of my business right here." But Fontana PD, they're not so concerned about what's going on there. They're more concerned with wanting to get this vehicle into custody. As I'm getting a little bit wider, I'm realizing that they may have fallen back a little bit again.
It's something how well that camera zooms in, doesn't it? Like, look how far away we are, and we could see his fingers.
There is a helicopter over it that launched just for this. They were actually based out of Brackett. So when they made his way through,
that is a
Pomona,
good
they
camera.
launched that helicopter, and they actually were talking to the helicopter, saying they were going to fall back about a half a mile, which is a pretty good distance behind this vehicle. And when the helicopter got over it, is it tracking mode? It's a type of tracking mode. Let's call it tracking light, as it would be, because they are definitely still there. They are definitely still in pursuit, but they have fallen farther and farther back. As far as assistance from the California Highway Patrol, have not heard of that yet. Are they asking for it? No, but in that same breath, let me throw out there, we are hearing some coordinated efforts with California Highway Patrol. They are talking about bringing a K-9 unit possibly to this location, and other units that might have those spike strips and or are able to do some sort of pit maneuver. This is a big truck, Araxia, and clearly four-wheel drive, and I would venture to say diesel. A nice ride indeed. Is it going to be easy to pit? If we see it, we'll find out.
Yes, you did mention the driver.
It's going to be a little
watching
harder to pit.
Seems to be not only agitated, but
Flock
also
cams
just
are going to
a bit
count the number of
distracted.
hairs on a mole. Yeah, I
behavior seems
know.
like
They're
someone's
all
not
over the
really paying
place.
Attention to the road.
I think there's
Both
like
hands
two
out
in
of
my
the
small
window.
town, but but
Both hands out of the window.
yeah.
And going at high speeds. Obviously, the people down there likely have no idea what's going on.
Don't
and,
like those.
Again, that's what always makes us nervous when you have innocent bystanders involved in situations like this. But you mentioned
Be
that
tracked
this was a
everywhere you
carjacking,
go.
possibly a crime of opportunity.
But some people are like,
Perhaps
"Oh,
the
but
truck
your
was left
cell
with the keys
phone,
running,
oh, it tracks
with
you.
the
I
keys
can
in the
I can
engine-
leave that
engine
at home
running.
if I don't want to be
No
tracked where I
mention
go."
that we know of that a weapon was used, but obviously this individual is dangerous now that he is on the road. Do we know where the vehicle was possibly
Is
parked
that an
when it was
S10?
taken? Was it from
Towing a
residential
van?
area?
No,
Was
that's
it
a
in
Ford. That's a
parking
Ford.
lot?
Okay. Okay. From this far back, it looked like an
Honestly, that would be a good question
S10.
for our assignment desk. And again, couldn't they answer it? It would be difficult. If they could pull that information, I'm always impressed with our assignment desk, by the way. But I got to say, that would be a tough one. What I can tell you is that the carjacking was what they're saying. Fontana is the city where it came from. It's been on the freeways for quite some time. Clearly, we made our way from Fontana. We heard it.
Translucent
we were in Pasadena.
reflective
If,
spray
the
for
viewers
your
are interested,
tag.
there's an actual mountain lion
Make
in
it
the
so it
city
doesn't
of
show up.
Pasadena out there as well. That was the story we were covering, and then we got the notification from from Melissa actually at the assignment desk that there was a pursuit, and we started trying to track it down. We did hear, like I said, some crosstalk on California Highway Patrol, basically talking about it. But they were saying they were not getting involved, so we knew it was another agency. And then
Yeah, I knew they used to sell like film things you could put over your license plate. Not illegal yet.
Basically, was a key piece of that as well because
I don't know. I know like the
there was an
film
aircraft
stuff. Some of
launching,
that's illegal.
a police aircraft. We're still trying
I've
to
seen
work out
some
who
people that have
is,
like a license
but,
plate
there
thing
is
that'll
there is
flip
a law
down.
enforcement
You know,
aircraft
they'll
over it,
both
and that's
whoop,
kind of what brought us
flip
to
down,
that
and you can flip them
location,
back up
and
so they
that's how
can't
we
be
got
seen.
here, and we're watching this right now. Now, clearly, this is a pursuit. It is, speed 70 miles an hour. You did mention safety. Safety is on the mind of all the law enforcement involved on this.
He's kind of going back
all
and
the
forth
time
a
when we're
bit
on these
there.
chases, law enforcement, they are concerned about the public. They're concerned about themselves, but they're also concerned about the driver of that vehicle, the suspect as it would be. They don't want to see anybody get hurt in any of these situations, and that is a daunting task, especially when you have somebody that does not want to be taken into custody, has custody of a vehicle like this,
he's
a heavy
swerving
vehicle
around
like this, moving at speeds just a tad over freeway speeds. Let's be real. If anybody drives in California, 76 on the 10 freeway, 75 miles an hour, we all do it. But in this case, this person is a little agitated. He also is probably looking in that rearview mirror and also has other things on his mind, like you said, when he was throwing out those signs out the window, not holding the steering wheel. That all adds.
Make sure
into
cops
this,
can read
into
it.
the
The cameras
equation
will
of
get
being
sun glare.
very
Yeah,
dangerous.
yeah.
Now, as far as the law enforcement, we do know they did back off, but the helicopter, the law enforcement
That's
helicopter,
true.
is still above it. If I figure out who that is, I will give the PD 20. That's going to be again. Is that Ontario? Might be Ontario PD. Might be Ontario PD that's actually joining the pursuit right now. But again, they're talking to the Fontana PD units that are down there, and what that is also being heard by.
Now it's
other
becoming
law
a
enforcement.
jurisdiction problem.
Whatever city we're
Who
in.
gets
We're
to?
already in
We're worried
Boyle
about the
Heights,
guy
so
running out of
I'm
gas.
sure the sheriff's department
We're
is
worried about this
aware
guy
of
running out of gas
in
to the
the
dirt
area of
bike.
Boyle Heights.
Right? This one's a guzzler.
We're going to keep an eye on it.
The
We're
dirt
still
bike's
moving
going to
along.
go a long way on very little.
Freeway. We're going to start getting into some interchanges, and we're going to start getting into some traffic.
Well, I was about to comment on the fact that there is not many cars on the road.
If it was my
Speaking for
my
own
454 in
business,
that 1 ton, it'd be
we know backup was
I'd probably be looking at my
2 hours.
gauge like, I'm going to run out of fuel here pretty soon.
And this is not for a suspect to just cruise through. Wait a minute, is he communicating with that car? For a minute, it looked like.
Like he was leaning over.
You know what? You've got much better eyes than I. I did not see any of that, but he's still moving along
He slowed
at a
down
pretty good
for
clip. Other cars, take a look at that. Take a look at that. It is
Yes.
starting to slow down, and anybody that drives the 10 Boyle Heights, you're going to be making your way over to the downtown area. And, everybody knows it. Take that carpool. If you drive this, the carpool will get you into that downtown area a lot quicker. Clearly not on the carpool right now. And as far as traffic goes, we're going to be seeing a lot of that in just a few moments. I wonder if the Fontana PD is going to make themselves known as we get into that traffic, because if they have fallen back, there's the beginning of
Ooh,
that
he's
traffic
coming up
light.
on the
If they
traffic
have
jam.
fallen
He's
back
slowing
that far,
down. What's he going to do? He's
you
going to
know,
come
they're
over.
they're gonna catch up.
Going to go
because
around?
Traffic is coming to a stop.
Even my
right now.
4.6 will at
We're
least
gonna
use
see
half a
this guy
tank by
trying to
now,
make some,
right?
maybe make
That
a break,
454, it
maybe
gets
not.
12 miles to the
A
gallon.
little bit,
It's a Mustang, not a quad
changing
cab,
his-
right?
changing his mind there. You
My
definitely
black
have a
truck, my
little bit of that
454, it's
breakdown
12
speed
miles to the
available,
gallon.
but
You have a trailer
everybody
behind it or
is
not.
off
It
on
doesn't
it.
matter if that thing's fully loaded or not. You get straight 12.
Yep. We
Good.
see
It's passing a Hellcat, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there an exit coming up? If you widen out a little bit. He looks like
I'm
he's
sorry,
trying
what
to
was
go
that,
to the
Araxia?
left. If there was an exit coming up, but it looks like he's still sticking to the left lane
Definitely.
there.
Yeah, there are some exits in this area, but it's going to be a lot of heavy traffic. But this is the thing. It's
He's
law
got 3
enforcement.
cars
We
behind.
know
4.
the,
Is that
law
4?
enforcement around us, you know, Fontana, we don't usually cover their pursuits. LAPD, they have very strict policies on being aggressively blocking in a vehicle, and so does the Sheriff's Department, especially in a pursuit type of situation. Fontana, I'm not sure what their policies are, but you can clearly see not trying to get ahead of him, not trying to block him in. And again, this is a very powerful truck, 4-wheel drive, diesel, and you can clearly see it's got some girth to it. That's probably a 2500. And again, you know,
probably a
moving
single
along there,
35,
making his
but-
way, making his own lanes. As far as the drivers around him, like you said before, clearly a lot of these folks have no idea what's
Like
going
that
on.
plum crazy
The
purple?
Fontana
Oh, on the
PD,
Dodges?
we do
Yeah,
see the
plum
lights.
plum
Wish
purple.
we could hear if they have sirens, and if they do have sirens, at least some of these folks might know, hey, there's something going on. We need to get over to let the law enforcement.
Yeah,
know.
purple looks
That
good
could
on
be what's
some
happening right
some
there. But again,
vehicles.
if he gets off the street, if he gets off the freeway out here in the downtown area, it's going to be tough, especially if he makes
Just
his
like
way into
yellow.
the
Yellow
building.
works on some
But,
vehicles and
as
not
far as
others.
Fontana PD goes,
It depends
I'm
on
curious why they're
the
not
shape.
asking- just I shouldn't say that because, you know, I'm the guy in the helicopter watching it. They have their reasons why they're not asking for any assistance. But right
Some
now,
colors just
pursuit
don't look good
definitely
on certain
in the,
vehicles. It doesn't matter what
LA
the color
in
is.
Los Angeles City of Los Angeles. And again, no assistance from California Highway Patrol, no assistance from LAPD.
Just really distracted and fascinated by what he's trying to communicate. Obviously,
Yeah.
I am just concerned
This
about
seems to
these
be-
drivers that are going to get in his way.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
Hi,
right there
Dan.
with
How you doing?
Araxia, and you know, as far as we've been watching it all together. This has kind of been the.
We're just
what's
checking
been
out
going
some
on since we
high-speed
picked it up
chases. Well, these are all
in Venus.
pre-recorded ones.
You know, just a lot of that. So clearly, you know, giving a shout out to his people. As far as the lanes go, he's, you know, again, fidgety. That's the best way to describe it. He'll hit the gas, he'll slow down, he'll hit the gas, he'll slow down. Now he's come to a complete stop.
We watched one earlier. It was a guy on a dirt bike running from the cops. He stopped and got gas. Here, laid up in bed in the hospital. Well, hey, so you got some time to watch the live stream then, right? That's I was kind of doing this for you, to be totally honest, so you could go back and watch it when you got a free minute. I know you like the high-speed chases, watching them together. It's not live, but I tried to find some live ones, but nothing was going on today.
And when I say
Tonight.
LAPD not around or CHP not around, I got to be clear. They know about this. They are not requested, meaning they have to be. Fontana has to say.
This isn't the
hey,
most
guys,
exciting one, to be
we're-
totally honest. This guy's just been
take
throwing
this
gang
over.
signs out the
They're clearly
window, and
not saying that.
maybe it's
That's the
going to
first time
open
he
up
got
here. He's
off
just been on the
By
freeway for
way,
the
he did that
first
in
half
the-
of it.
In the Covina area, I thought it was going to be on surface streets. He got off the freeway, he got right back on, but definitely getting off the freeway now in the downtown area.
Okay, and it looks like we are, let's see, this cross street here. Where is he going to
There he is, leaning out the window
It's
again.
Alameda.
Alameda, okay.
Alameda.
We have about a few, 3 or 4 police cruisers right behind him. So this is the time. when
Sorry,
we're
Dan,
to
crime
change
rate's
that.
too low. Yeah, everybody's being good tonight. Darn it.
This would be the time to perhaps deploy
Roxy, that would be, between you and I, that would be the perfect plan. How are they going to do that? That's going to be the difficult part, because that would have to be LAPD. One of these Fontana units would have to get ahead of that vehicle. They'd have to have some sort of idea. I have an idea where this car is going. So it's a lot of coordination to get that to happen. Now, as far as if they ask for interagency help, in this case, LAPD, apparently LAPD now on the way. That's what I'm getting. And so this might change up a lot in the next couple of minutes. Is it going to turn into a rodeo? Is it going to turn? No, probably not. But if they ask for LAPD's assistance, they will have that opportunity to throw out those spike strips, and that might just be enough to bring this to an end. Right now, waiting for a light, which is courteous. You've got a pedestrian running across the street. And now we're starting to move across there. Again, I would venture to say those guys, lights and sirens, making a lot of noise. All the civilians out there, they are,
At least they're aware.
Just doing what they need to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they're definitely aware.
It's interesting to me that he's stopping and obeying some of the traffic rules, and thankfully waited for that pedestrian to cross the street.
Oh, he's pulling the
Doing
U-turn.
a U-turn.
Why would you do that unless that light turned green behind
you
him?
can see how close these guys are, and I gotta wonder if it is the size of the vehicle that's keeping them from doing a pit maneuver.
Well, right now they can't do a pit maneuver. They're way too close to everything.
There's a lot that those
That's going to
officers
be,
have
you
to
got to have a lot of room on that one.
when they make
All that, and he
decision.
stops at the red light, right?
I don't like to say it like that, but
I think it was because someone was in the crosswalk straight ahead. I don't think he wanted to hit him.
And try to, ram this truck.
That's probably
it doesn't work like that in real life, and especially if you're
more why he stopped, because they were half out through there.
And this is the first time we get a peek inside the passenger side. Everybody always asks.
We get a
are they in
peek
there
and
by
then
themselves?
boop.
They lost him behind Alameda. He's going down Alameda. We're going to lose some of these bigger buildings here in a second, and I have a feeling Dylan is going to move us closer here in a second. But right now he's on Alameda. If he makes a U-turn, it's going to be a little tough for us, but we're going to wait and see if he pops out. But there he goes. There he goes. So now we're going to be southbound on Alameda, making our way south. The buildings are going to continually be a little bit of an issue. Dylan, if we can move a little bit more over it, that'd be great. And I'm sure he's working on that too. Dylan is the guy when it comes to pursuits. He is the guy to have flying Skyfox. So we're keeping an eye on.
The pilot's been doing a great job.
Continuing southbound again.
Like they're definitely good at what they do.
Let's take a look. Did they do the swap out? Oh, it's going to be the California Highway Patrol. These are the guys we heard about earlier on that I said, the K-9 unit that was trying to catch up to this. I don't know why they felt that they're going to need the K-9 unit here. Maybe they thought it's going to become a standoff, but or this guy might get out and actually physically run when he gets to a certain location. But definitely.
I mean, he's throwing gang signs out, so who's to say he's not going to where the gang is?
Haven't seen it. More traffic. That's scary. Tighter streets. That's the problem. Law enforcement, these guys are professionals, and they're going to keep it professional, and we're going to keep an eye on it and see where this goes.
I will say the somewhat, if you could call it comforting factor, is he has slowed down and is driving.
Definitely.
As I say, about.
He's driving responsibly, goes in the wrong lane.
For the most part, he's not as erratic as he was on the freeway.
I don't think he was too erratic on the freeway. He kind of picked a couple lanes and stuck to them.
This is the interesting thing. I always see these on these pursuits, and it's one of those that I don't think people really understand it.
He can't remember the address. This street? No, it's the next street. He's going back and forth like, turn here. No.
Almost like I jinxed it.
Yep, definitely saw it. Yeah. Roxy, that's my line. I always say that. I always say it's coming to an end and then it goes forever, or if it's like, oh, this is going to go forever, and then they just stop. But law enforcement still has to follow the rules. That was a red light. This guy, both those units stopped, waited for it to be clear, and then made their way through there. Even with their lights and sirens on, they had to catch up. But as far as this goes, we're still heading southbound on Alameda. And, how are they going to bring it to an end? That is the big question. Maybe the truck's going to run out of fuel. Maybe this person's just going to make that decision. Roxia might be right. Maybe they're going to get ahead of it, especially if it's California Highway Patrol, and get those spike strips in place. If he stays on Alameda, there's a good chance of that because there's some unincorporated.
Checking his ball joints. It's a Chevy. They're known for the ball joints going out early.
Fidgety and twitchy, the driving style, very unpredictable. It almost feels as though, although we've seen him driving for a while now, that
I don't know specifically on that model of truck, but I know the earlier ones, the ball joints are kind of
in an unfamiliar area, and they can't decide which
sloppy.
way to go, which turn to take because they're not familiar with this area. But with this guy, it's tough to tell if that's the case or if it's just him being fidgety from the get-go.
Fidgety from the get-go. Perhaps he's listening to some music and just getting into the vibe of the music.
Just going along with it. Oh, he turned.
And we got a big building right there.
He probably is listening to them. They're like, oh, yeah, don't want to go straight. They're ahead of me.
We're making a heck of a move right now. Dylan's really working Skybox to catch up. Looks like we're working really slow, but believe me, that was a fast move. Good job, Dylan. And continuing.
Typical day in Southern California, Dan says.
Is he going to try to get back on? Yeah, he missed the on-ramp. So, he'll have other opportunities. But as far as it's going, we're staying on the surface streets right now. California Highway Patrol picked it up. They're going to try to bring this thing to an end. It's going to be a tough one. It really will. I wonder if LAPD might break out the spike strips, kind of do a coordinated. He was going south on Alameda for a good amount of time, but it does definitely seem like this is more showboating for this guy than anything else. Continuing with the hand signals out the window, if that's a sign language, we can call it that. But slow going, kind of almost taunting officers, and then, like you said, speeds up, kind of makes those, hard turns on that steering wheel, back and forth, twitching, and then like just kind of just rolling around down there. As far as law enforcement, like I said, I don't think California Highway Patrol is going to block this person in. I don't think that's part of their policy, especially when it comes to a pursuit in a heavy vehicle like that. As far as it goes right now, very slow moving. Downtown Los Angeles, we're going to be in the very industrial part of downtown. Is that a plus or a minus? I can't really say. All these other vehicles around them, they don't know what's going on. This could turn very quickly, though. There's always that. This, it just puts his foot in it, and it could become a totally different situation. Right now, it looks like we're moving along, and
now he's picking
on,
it up.
I believe we're gonna
50.
be on
Boy, that thing gets up and goes.
We'll
see where this takes us, Araxia.
What's in the back of that?
He could be, Dan.
Like it's just garbage. I can't tell.
Yeah, looks like
tools,
a bag, some wood.
Yeah.
Might be something. It might be just they wrap something in some tarp or something like that. At first, I thought that was a horse on the window.
I think it's
It's a big dog.
Fontana thought maybe this was a ranch vehicle. Yeah, it looks more like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
But it's continuing on, and again, I would venture to say this guy just taunting.
Just wanted to drive himself to jail. He just can't find it.
This is obviously us speculating, but just his behavior, he could also be on some kind of substance.
Yes, definitely. There's no doubt about that. But again, we can't
see. There's Dan. They're saying he might be on some sort of substance too. They agree with you.
Not in the right state of mind for driving a vehicle. Also, it's like you got to think to yourself, what state of mind do you have to be in to take somebody's vehicle? and then get into a pursuit. So, whatever that state of mind is, clearly we're witnessing it right now. California Highway Patrol right behind them. Lights and sirens probably helpful to any of these folks that are on the roadway. At least they know some kind of emergency is happening. This vehicle moving 57, I'm venturing to say, on Olympic Boulevard. Well, now we're
He's singing
down.
I got this, officers.
At any rate, he's kind of blending with traffic. So that portion makes it a little bit more.
Oh, he's
difficult for
signing
people,
I got this,
on
off.
the road
There we
down
go.
there. The only plus I can say is pretty much at every one of these red lights, he has stopped. And those are the ones that I always worry about when you go through those intersections. Even if you're just going, 40 or 30 through an intersection.
Oh
if
my
the green light
gosh,
for somebody
guys,
else,
we're only like
of course,
39 minutes into it,
they're
2
lucky,
hours.
but do you think somebody's just gonna go cruising through there?
I didn't
Probably
realize
not, and
it
that's
was
where
going to
we
be that
see a lot
long.
of these accidents, and that's where we see
There's
a
probably
lot
going to be a lot of him
to,
just driving
civilians or
around.
people that are just on the roadway. And I always worry when we go through that, but it does seem like this guy has continually stopped at every red light, which is a plus, but then he goes into the wrong side of the road. He's doing it again right now, just probably trying to get up ahead, or
Nope,
yeah,
now
you
he's
got
on the
some,
wrong side of the road.
slower vehicles in.
And trying to
a little bit
avoid
of a-
traffic, going around
almost a
traffic.
standoff.
Yeah, it seems like he's trying to go around traffic.
Yeah.
Oftentimes with these pursuits, we always talk about most of the time people who are being pursued try to go into neighborhoods that they're familiar with or an area that they know somewhat well. It's a little difficult to tell if this person knows this area well, just judging by the driving
They just
style,
need
which
to
leads you to believe that they don't.
Armor
But we
the
never
side
know.
of a
He
police
very well
van.
could.
Make the Get Bone T
Yeah,
car.
people
There we
don't
go.
know. I mean, just because it started in Fontana doesn't
There
mean
was
that
a
the person
police
isn't from
chase
Los Angeles.
where they
We're
did
making our
something
way back
like
to the
that not too
Paul
long
Heights.
ago. I think one of the
Officers,
a couple officers
I know
got
it's
shot
gonna
or
get a lot more
something.
busier.
They were
I
like,
believe
all right,
the
we're not
public
playing with this
definitely
guy
get somebody
anymore, and they
down there on a
T-boned
cell
him
phone.
something, ran him
And,
off the
you know,
road or
that's
something.
That type of stuff.
I don't think that was in
pretty much
California. I don't
frowned
remember where
upon
that
by
was. We
all
might have to
law
watch that
enforcement.
one.
They don't like it when the public starts.
I don't
really
know. I
getting
don't-
involved, especially
I'm a
down
little
on
more
the ground.
iffy on watching the
Everybody
one where the
seems to
cops
think like
get
this
shot.
is kind of like an event, but you just don't know who this person is. You don't know. Maybe just because we didn't see a gun doesn't mean he doesn't have a gun. Doesn't mean that he might not choose to or
Might have to
not
put
see
an
you if you
adult,
walk up to the truck. There's a lot of
adult
stuff
only
going
viewing on. We do
all
some
law enforcement
darker
have
reacts
always
like
said
that.
they do not want the
Because I'd
public
kind of like to
involved,
do like
when it
police
comes to,
interactions and
an
stuff too,
actual
because they're
pursuit.
just fun to
Of course, if you're not
watch.
running,
Some people are
please,
just
by all means,
idiots.
point it out, say there's a guy hiding underneath a bush over there or whatever it might be. But during the chase, they definitely don't need anybody out there, especially not with their cell phones and trying to get in the way of what is going on, because you just don't know what the mindset is of that guy behind the wheel of that vehicle that is fleeing from law enforcement. Looks like we're making a hard turn here. Are we going to get... Now it looks like we made a turn on the Telegraph, so that's going to be the 5 freeway down
Slow
there.
motion drag tire launches. Oddly, love watching police videos.
Observing this.
Oh yeah, yeah. You mean the drag tire where they go around, they bulge out real big. Yeah, I've seen those before falling.
Side streets or residential streets.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and that's
Yes,
that's a plus, I guess. But it also kind of leads me to believe that I'm going to put if it was.
Yeah, my mom
my
gave me
money
this
on
shirt
does
today,
not know
Firestone
exactly where he is, because
tractor
he's staying
tire
on all these
shirt.
major arteries.
My dad,
He hasn't
or my
been in
uncle
any
that
neighborhoods.
owned the
If
shop,
this
when my
person
dad
was
worked
gonna flee or
there,
had a plan, like,
he was
usually
always
we
getting
see them get into a
Firestone shirts
neighborhood,
because they were
jump out of the car, run through
sold
some
Firestone
backyards.
tires.
We haven't seen any of that. Right now, Telegraph, anybody that knows this area, major artery out here. We're going to be, if we continue this way.
What's he
we're gonna
got, a
get
cup
very
out,
close
or is it his
to,
phone?
Look, he's got both hands out the window again. And his cell phone. What? Oh, it's
No,
a
it's a
drink.
mug.
Oh,
Yeah, look at that. He's got a Stanley Cup. All right.
well, it might not be his, but
I thought you were gonna say he might not
This
be
guy
a-
loves his
Anyway,
job.
yeah, definitely, it might not have been. Might have been inside that vehicle when he took it. But at any rate, definitely this is a lot of showboating. This is a lot of come and get me type of attitude, which is not what law enforcement wants to see. Making his way through a very, very industrial area over here. There's been a couple of opportunities to get
He's
onto
thirsty.
the freeway. We
Yeah.
haven't seen him do that yet, but then as soon as
Yeah, he
we
wants a
arrive
drink.
there-
Here, I'll open the
No,
skylight.
no,
Just drop it
no.
in.
And we're continuing
Open
on.
the-
Now we're going to be clearly you can see it. I was just going to say we're making our way back over to East Los Angeles, and again, law enforcement, California Highway Patrol, they're tasked with bringing this thing to an end safely. I'm curious why they haven't done a pit maneuver yet.
Where would they do a pit maneuver? It's so dumb that this guy's asking this, and it's like that other one with the motorcycle. They had several opportunities to knock him over, and this one, it's like, oh, why don't they do a pit maneuver on the vehicle that's the length of two normal cars?
Are there, from the close-up here, it's hard to tell, but there are still...
I've been on all these roads and streets. My family lives right around the corner from there. Oh, really, Dan? Wow, this is getting close to home.
There they are. There they are.
Oh,
Right
yes,
there.
they caught up.
CHP.
Yep, caught up.
Yep, right there. Yep, right behind them.
Okay, so
And,
for people who are just joining us, by the way, just so they know, this is a stolen car, possible carjacking situation, and it started in Fontana, and it's been how long? When did this begin, Stu? It's been
Oh
about,
my goodness.
I would say 11-ish?
Yeah, sometime no, we were in the air about noon. We've probably been on this a solid 60 minutes, and but the pursuit itself probably been going on longer than that
Right.
because it was going for a few moments before we got there. So we've probably been over for more than probably 45 minutes. I'm getting an official 45 minutes right now. Officially.
We were on the air on
but-
GDLA Plus when we heard there was possibly a pursuit with a stolen vehicle, and that was in the 11 o'clock. So I was just trying to figure out when it all began. But yes, we've been over this for about 45 minutes, maybe coming close to an hour.
Close to an hour, yep, definitely. And California Highway Patrol, they're right behind them again. It's like I said, I'm curious why they're not just gonna try to get up behind there and just tap that bumper. As it would
I
be.
told Brandon you're over here, Dan.
That would
He's going to hop in for a little
definitely
bit.
at least get that guy's attention. I don't think he doesn't know that law enforcement's behind him.
Open road like this, they should have tried.
But as far as
Yeah, this is pretty good and open, but earlier they had way too much going on.
Seen that as of yet.
And here we go, just again trying to avoid traffic, going around traffic.
They're just getting
the
their
assumption
phones
is
out,
that
like,
the
get that.
sirens are on and that people can hear, so they're at least made aware that there is a dangerous situation.
Go on, guys, you can get a
going on
notification.
here.
Dang it.
At least that's our hope. But while on these surface streets,
He's throwing his gang signs up again.
although blew past at least one red
He's
light,
been doing that
and a few,
nonstop.
traffic violations,
Just saw he
I
was
have to
on.
say that
Man,
at
I
least
wish
he's not
YouTube would
speeding
fix
through
that.
these
They want to do all these
intersections.
big
It's-
updates, but
it
they
is
can't
comforting
fix the
because you have innocent
important
drivers
thing.
on the road.
Rewind a bit. It was clear for like 2
Definitely.
minutes.
That's the one positive that's been going on this since we started this.
Well, it looks like they might be
adventure
doing
is
something here.
He has been moving relatively slowly the entire time. When we were on the freeway,
He's like, "Come get me." All right,
light
we're going.
Traffic, to say the least, and he wasn't excessively speeding. He wasn't up into the triple digits. Haven't seen the triple digits at all. Somebody might say, "Oh, that truck." Believe me, that diesel can.
Oh,
easily
it'll
to
go.
the triple digits, but it's so not really driving very aggressively, just kind of annoying with those starts and stops, and moving that steering wheel back and forth.
You're going to be tired
erratically.
tomorrow from holding your hand
As
out that
far
long?
as
Oh,
the
man,
control
Dan. Well, I'm glad you were able to come in, and
just a few moments ago,
I'm glad you were able to join in for a little bit,
I
Dan.
did see that sheriff's
Hope you get
vehicle
doing better.
shot. I was wondering if maybe they were doing a deployment of spike strips.
Oh, you mean
That at all.
from doing the
And,
gang
that's
signs?
sort of-
Oh, I thought you meant from holding your
But,
phone
right
up.
now,
Oh, okay.
continuing on, still staying in the East Los Angeles Southgate area, and
Pull up
yeah,
on him when he
luckily-
stops you.
luckily to
I
say,
would
that's-
think so. That's how dumb these cops are. They won't do it. They can't engage in any way.
going by the freeway and doesn't seem to be making any effort.
Their
to get onto
policy
the
is
freeway.
like, no.
I think this
If he's
is
going to
really
flee
truly
again
one of
anyway,
those
try to get in
ones
front
where
of him and
this
stop
guy
it.
has kinda resolved
Right,
himself to the
Fallen?
fact
This
that
is
when
this is
over,
why I was so
this is
aggravated
over.
about the motorcycle
Go
guy.
in
Do
the
you
car.
see why I'm pulling my hair out over this? Oh man, he didn't have time to get his spike strips out. He was working on
I
it.
wasn't sure. He had the deck lit up. I was
Right,
wondering
right,
maybe
right.
he was pulling out the spike strips, but I definitely didn't
I thought
see
so
any.
too.
But looks like they
That
are
guy had a
starting
bunch
to
of
coordinate
oranges or
some kind
something
of
in the back of
some
his
kind of
truck.
plan to.
Look how small a Ranger is.
Sure, he had the.
Too.
Oh no, I guess they're boxes.
But looks like they are starting to coordinate some kind of
Look at how small a Ford Ranger is to this thing. It's something, isn't it?
plan to.
That might be a
basically use
Toyota,
some
but same thing.
intervention, as it would be, to bring this to an end. Spike strips, perhaps. We haven't seen any attempt. At
Officer
hit,
should have blocked
so
it with the
that
cruiser.
is- I'm venturing to say we're probably
Right?
not going to see that. But maybe we're going to see a spike strips deployment here in a moment or two, if they can get somebody that
Having
can
trouble
be in the
breathing,
right place at
dang.
the right time. That's always the difficult part. But if he stays on these long straightaways,
They got you on a respirator, Dan?
Somebody could get
Or
ahead of him
oxygen?
and possibly be able to just deploy those spike strips. Look at this! Look at this! Look at
Oh,
this!
there's people.
Oh, look at that!
All three of them
We're
just standing
basically
there.
saying, "Hey, let me help you out. Let me get you out of the way." Just so you know, I did lose the IFB Aroxia. I'm going to try to get that back. I'm going to hand it to you just for a few moments, and I'll let you know when I can hear you again.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you
it's
saying that. Okay, I thought you were just ignoring me. Okay, so we are back. No, I was just mentioning that he had picked up speed at one point, but now we're getting into an area where it's a little bit more congested.
They
so
said something
he's
about why you can't
in
breathe.
force
Yeah,
mode.
that's that would be a good to
Definitely.
know.
And Whittier Boulevard, you know, I drive this street.
Is it that growth
at
on the
least
lung?
twice
Is
a
it
month.
blocking something up?
It's a great ride to go through a lot of little towns out here, a lot of stuff to see, and the one thing I always have to say, no matter what time, it's always got traffic, and there is a lot of pedestrian activity out here as well. This is kind of like small town East Los Angeles, and you definitely are seeing a lot of that extra traffic out there, like you said. And even though he's been driving slow, somebody might, just not be aware and make a turn or get out in front of him. Just, accidents happen, and we don't
No,
want to
why
see
I
any of
can't
that
just can't
at
believe they don't
all.
know how to fix
You
it. Why
just
they're
saw
sending
the
me to
sign right there for
That's why they're
Whittier
sending me
Boulevard
to a
in
new
East LA.
hospital. They
But
just don't know how to fix it
definitely,
yet. Okay,
it's an
all
area
right.
that's denser,
Send you to the specialist.
well-populated, also with pedestrians. I don't
On
know
oxygen,
anything
have
like
tubes up
that.
your nose
But
at
the
night
lights
to
and
sleep
sirens
with the
from,
machine,
the
the mask
California
on.
Highway
Oh
Patrol probably
man, that
definitely going to
doesn't
be
sound
warning
fun at
anybody
all.
that's in that area what's going on, and hopefully they're going to get that heads up and take the proper action. Actually, we're moving out of the Whittier, out of that area, making our way into East LA proper, right there. So it's going to be a little bit less of that, but then it's going to get busy again here in just a moment or two. Now using that center lane again, but those speeds, 50, it's still dangerous. It still
Of
could,
course, yeah.
it could be deadly.
Absolutely, especially when you have intersections where people, you have pedestrians crossing the street or even bicycling or just walking their dog, whatever it is. It is nerve-wracking to watch something like this. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
Dan, I don't think you
So,
were in here earlier. I did go to
I'm
the
just
chiropractor
trying to
today. She popped my
understand
back
why,
around. She thinks about
this is
3 or
still
4 more
pursuit.
sessions.
Explain
She
to
might
me
have
that
me
tracking
kind
mode
of back up and
pursuit
going
situation,
again.
because
So I
what
hope
constitutes
Monday's
a tracking
my
position?
next
They
appointment.
completely back off and you can't see any police cruisers on the ground?
You know what? Have not sat in on a briefing and have not been brought up on exact protocol, but I can tell you from watching and
My
trying
lungs
to
are
understand what's
that-
going on. I'm going to give you the
That is
the stew
excited
take on
state.
what I think it is the difference
Black.
is.
Is
When they
it
go
like I
into
just
tracking
ran
mode,
a
that's usually when
marathon
there's an
all the
aircraft
time. They
over it.
never
So there'll be a
they never had a
helicopter
break.
above. So they're going to go
You're
into tracking
causing
mode, and that
pulmonary
would mean
blood
that the
pressure and
officers on the ground
blood pressure to be
completely
high.
back off.
Ooh, you got
The
high
thinking
blood
or the
pressure because your
logic or
lungs
the
won't stop
reasoning behind
moving.
it is that the lights and sirens and the fact that you have law enforcement right behind that vehicle is agitating the driver, as it should, in my opinion. But nobody's asking that. But so that the lights and sirens are causing.
Well, I'm glad you're in the hospital and not at home. They're where they can keep an eye on you. Tomorrow will be day 11. Oh. I'd rather you be at the hospital where they can look at you, Dan, than at home where it's going to be too late if something needs to be changed quick.
Can't see you in the rearview mirror, and we're going to follow him in the aircraft and constantly give you updates on where he is. You guys can go on parallel streets.
Yeah, no, I hate to hear it too, Brandon.
If it does come to a stop, the idea is to make it less dangerous, to have that driver of the vehicle be less agitated. But in this case, I would venture to say this is still a full-on pursuit. Those units down there, lights and sirens. It's still going down there.
We're all pulling for you. That's right. We're all pulling for you, Dan.
What's going on? I can tell you we're probably coming up to Pioneer Chicken here in a moment or two, and if he stays on this, it's going to be quite a sight. We're going to have a pursuit on the 6th Street Bridge, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. Like you or Roxy, it seems like whenever I say something like that, it makes a turn and turns out to be something completely different. But I know for a fact if he stays on this road, we're going to be on 6th Street here in just a moment. And going across the bridge, we'll see what happens right there. Probably not going to do a pit maneuver there, even though it's wide open. But again, safety is the biggest concern. Safety is what all law enforcement is concerned about. And yeah, we're gonna lose him there for a moment or two. Dylan is dealing with other traffic in the area, law enforcement and other helicopters. But we're going to stay with it for sure and keep an eye on it. But let's see where he goes. We're going to be making our way over to 6th Street Bridge here in just a moment or two.
We've covered stories from time to time where, they've pursued the suspect.
I'm only getting half the comment.
The bystander has lost their life as a result of that individual getting agitated and going fast, and errors have been made and accidents have occurred.
Yeah. Well, kind of, Dan. She popped my neck good. She did some pops down my spine. She didn't mess around too much with my shoulder or my lower back yet. She just wanted to get me started with some good pops today, but the next one she might try to get a little more aggressive, but she needs to, my body's stiff. They ran an ultrasound on me and the electro stimulators. You put the pads on your back and let the things, basically get cooked. But I do feel a little bit better. I noticed when I left there, I was able to stand a little straighter, which is good. I wish you could have, Dan. Was that an option? We were missing you the other day when we were doing Sea of Thieves with Frugal. We caught the burning blade. We were able to sell it too. It was a fight there at the end. We were up against that other boat. They were like nosed up against us. We were trying to kill them with the flame on it.
And now we're going to make our way across that.
Yeah. Tell someone to bring your Xbox with you. Make sure you get your headset and everything with them.
Maybe not as iconic as we like, but like you said,
that'd be awesome.
Depending upon what the crime is, if this guy gets away this time, and the truck gets recovered, nobody gets injured, I would still consider that a win.
You're going to a hospital in Hollywood. Surely they have TVs in the rooms. I mean,
if they're not putting the bracelets on the suspect, it isn't a win. And but again, they got away.
Beverly Hills. Well, isn't that part of Hollywood? But all right, well, shoot, you are going to the hoity-toity people.
So just getting the vehicle back, that'd be a plus.
High society there, Dan. I don't want to see the bill from that place.
Downtown Los Angeles. What are we doing here? We're going to make a U-turn? Maybe I wanted to pick somebody up? I don't know. She clearly had no interest. But anyway.
He's trying to pick somebody up.
True. We don't know. We don't. A big
See the
diesel
guy
like
who,
that with the gas prices
commented
right
about
now, you wonder if it was full.
sitting there spamming
But,
click
if it
jets
was,
on
this
shorts
thing could
about
go quite a
air
distance, I would
superiority,
venture to
which is
say.
all
Getting a
jets.
little
Yeah, I
bit more
seen
traffic
that one. I
right now.
thought it was
Stick
kind of
right
funny.
It's gonna get a little bit tighter.
That's what everyone's been
And,
telling me. It's the
you're gonna have to
hospital where the
turn
movie
your
stars and
right or
celebrity
left coming
goes.
up because,
Yeah, I
this
seen
is
that
gonna
falling.
become
I
a
thought that
key
was funny.
intersection in just a moment or two. We'll see what
VA's
what
covering the
Mikey doing
bill.
right there. Is he...
Good job, VA.
No.
I guess that's my tax.
Making
Well,
signs
I'm not in
again.
California, but I mean VA's
Yeah,
government.
making the signs again. You got somebody out there with a cell phone.
Tax money
But
hard
the
at
law
work. Now
enforcement,
that I like to
that's
see.
another one. It's
When
like
it's going to something
every
like
time
that.
This thing comes to a stop. They got to get the doors open. They got to get ready to do their thing. They got to pounce.
Why
They got to
can't
pounce
they,
when the pouncing is
why
available.
can't they do a pit maneuver right now? Like at this moment, the car is stopped.
Well-
Why can't they just ram the car?
Because
The guy's like, I don't have a good
it wouldn't
answer
spin
for
it
that.
around. If they would get behind it right there and just kind of bump it, it would not spin it around. It would just kind of block it in. And again,
Just get in front of him.
That's agitating the driver, and I know that's kind of a no-no when it comes to pursuits. If this guy would come around in the front and just block him in, so many times have I sat there with folks and they're like, why aren't they just blocking him in? Yeah, that's the voice they make. But that's the thing.
Yeah,
It's-
that's the voice
you
I make
can't.
because it's so
You
stupid
can't.
that
You
they
just
aren't.
can't do it. It's that officer probably would get reprimanded harshly for making
Do you-
a move like that,
Stu, do
even
you
if it was
see him?
successful.
Do you see him talking to? Okay, I was just trying to wonder if there was someone on the sidewalk he was communicating with, but it seems like there was no one there.
You got 4, 5, 6
I'm
cars
not
behind
sure.
him.
I
They
was
could have
thinking the
took
same
him
thing.
out
This
there.
is where he's coming up. He's got to make a right or a left. Yep, there he goes.
Like
Yeah,
right
right
now,
turn.
one
There's
car.
no
Yeah,
way to get
exactly.
into oncoming traffic.
Idiots.
There we go. We're making that turn again. We're off and on, and here we're going.
Can't get in
again.
front of the car
Yeah.
when you put yourself in the line
Yeah,
of
we're back
fire.
on Alameda. No, we're Central. We're on Central right now. But we're heading back kind of where we started when we got off the freeway. So we're headed back up towards
You ever
the
get a date to
101,
get the
northbound
mass
on
removed
Central.
on your lungs?
And,
They probably need to
again,
stabilize them
lucky to
first,
say, light
Brandon,
traffic,
I would
lucky to
think.
say this guy is not aggressively angry. He isn't driving like, threatening other drivers. He's communicating the best he can to other folks down there. And as far as what was going on right there might have been somebody else, maybe over by the wall. We couldn't get that shot. Believe me, if Dylan could have gotten it, we would have gotten it. There's no doubt about it. But we have to be safe up here in Skyfox too. But a lot of folks out there with cell phones. We did see that one guy holding that cell phone up. Maybe it was just for that. But right now, definitely in downtown. And it's going to start getting a little bit more crowded as we're making our way back over towards the 101, edge of the Arts District, downtown Los Angeles. And, this is going to, Now we're going to be making our way into even a more crowded area and see if we can get Skyfox positioned correctly.
Yeah, the buildings
Yeah,
are in the way. That makes
it's
it
gonna be a-
difficult.
They don't even want to talk about surgery yet. They said if I go into surgery, my lungs and the heart are so weak, they die in the operate. Yeah,
Well, I'm sure
that's
they hear all
kind of
the
what I was thinking, Dan, was
very
they
loud
need to
down there.
stabilize you and get things figured out before they do anything
What we don't
else.
know also is if they've even identified this individual, if they've been attempting to make contact with
True.
him, calling him, maybe talking to him. That happens, of course, during instances like this.
Definitely. I haven't seen a cell phone on him the entire time. Let me get a little bit of a wider shot. I'm not sure if we're in the Japanese. Yeah, we're getting towards the Japanese village area, and at least it isn't in the district. I mean, this is a district, but I was thinking more like the Fabric District or the down in that area. Ooh, there. Where are we going now? Making another northbound turn. Going to have the DoubleTree is going to be in the way, but definitely could make his way back to the freeway right there. I hope he does. They don't try to do some kind of pit maneuver now. All of a sudden, now that we can't see him, but keep coming around, keep coming around, keep coming around. No shucks. I don't know if he went straight or if he made. There he is. Thank goodness.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if he made a turn or not. There he goes. We're back. And, yep, definitely. Look, so wider streets, that's a big plus as we make our way back up towards the 101 right now.
It just
But,
seems as though
He's been trying to
it's
phone you with
going
his
in
jail
circles
phone.
and it hasn't been. Just randomly
Is
driving.
truck
And I say this because
being
Yeah.
down
we mentioned
LA
before,
is going to have
when we do cover
be
pursuits,
hard for the cameras.
many times
Hard
the
time
suspects
capturing the
go to
truck because
areas they're
all the
familiar
tall
with,
buildings.
they
Yeah,
make their getaway, so they go
they're
to
staying on him.
areas
I'm
they know
impressed
or know
for
someone or
everything
something
that's going
been
on.
orchestrated. But in this case, it just feels as though he's.
Oh, we got the
driving in circles.
protesters.
Definitely driving in circles. You have a little bit of a protest right there. That's going to be the federal building. He did slow down, probably reading the signs.
Check out what was going on.
He found his people, the
Check out what's
jobless.
going on.
Wait, what?
Continuing on.
They got
California
nothing better to
Highway
do
Patrol,
but
you know,
protest.
this is one of the things too. Is you got to think. It's like we're watching this. You know, am I a little not frustrated, but it's like, you know, come on already. You know, but you got to think what is the law enforcement doing down there, and how they have to constantly be professional, stay with it. Of course, you know, we're just
Oh
watching
shoot!
it.
I saw that
They're
car
part of it.
zipping across. I didn't realize we were on a
100%
bridge above the other one. I thought we were going to
And,
see him eat it.
you've got to see what they have to say. And this is a daunting task, and I could venture to say it's probably getting a little bit.
Does that
it's
become a
gonna wear
news
on us.
pilot
We're
fast?
gonna
I'd be
start
right
getting
on top of that, Chuck.
exhausted,
Yeah.
you know? He's not just driving, he's probably making radio calls. As
That'd be
he's
a good
driving.
job for you, Fallen. You got the,
Scanning,
you
making
know,
sure that there are
you
no
got a lot of
people in the
training
way,
on that.
for opportunities clearly as well.
You're good. You're
You know,
good with the
opportunity to
joystick.
pit, I don't think they can. They probably have been told not to. That's going to be my guess because they have not seen that happen at all.
Yeah, that
Checking right
on
there,
your
I thought
short,
so. Fontana,
the way you got that camera angle, that's pretty cool. You can see both your
everybody involved, all those professionals down there are probably
controllers
sitting there
going. It really shows off what you're
And you know,
doing. I like
Ryan,
it.
You did hit on a very right thing. This guy, he probably knows he is just going to wind up in cuffs and going back to jail. And, you know, so every moment he's free, every moment, you know, he's driving that truck and not in cuffs, he's looking at it like, hey, I'm winning right now. As far as, you know, this whole, like, stopping again, and I know you're going to ask, so let's take a look around while he stays, you know, while he stopped. I don't see anybody down there.
Are they? I think he might actually have his
wonder
hands
who
out.
he's
Like
making these signs
he's
to.
making
Maybe it's this
signs.
guy.
Oh,
You know?
maybe this guy?
But
No.
I feel like, you know, there's obviously something off here, whether it's substance
Definitely.
or some kind of.
He's just stopping and yakking to everyone.
None of it is obviously making sense. Maybe even communicating with.
Definitely
this
talking to
individual.
this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would venture to say this person probably has the window down. Let's see if we can see. I can't see anything in the rearview mirror. You know, what was that? Did he? Uh-oh. Maybe he's maybe he's counseling him. Maybe he's just saying, hey, why don't you just pull over, buddy? You know, no,
He seems
clearly.
to be
clearly the
getting
advice-
agitated. His speed just picked up.
Yeah, clearly it was not the advice he had. Yeah.
Made the
And
Allies
we
using
don't-
flares,
honestly,
switching
don't wanna
weapons
see
feels
that.
more
I don't
fluent
wanna
with
see
than with the
that. I don't
controller
wanna
and
see
mouse.
this guy
Yeah,
speed up
because you
and
got
do
don't you have
something
flares
that's,
on that
you know, gonna
on your
hurt
left
somebody
stick
else,
there
gonna hurt
on
himself,
the dip switches,
damage that
the little
vehicle,
flip.
you know, any of it. You know, even
Honestly,
if
I
they
do
have,
think that setup
if
would
they
make it
have,
feel better
Insurance, which I'm sure they do.
with the
Here
double.
you go. This is so maybe he has a little bit of no, he doesn't. These guys clearly not interacting with him, but he's definitely trying to interact with them. Welcome to my world, buddy. Welcome to my world.
Can we get any tighter on him? Or
Welcome to my world. She's like, I'm right here.
look, I know it's harder when he's moving, but I'm just trying to look at his signs.
No, I getting a pilot's license be pretty cool,
Actually,
Fallen.
stopping is stop and start is what's making it difficult. It's
Yeah,
not the movement.
maybe when he stops, we can go.
it's
tighter.
Yeah, same two switches are LB, RB, and
the swerving that
D-pad,
gets me.
and
There we go, here we
D-pad
go
left and
again.
D-pad right. Gotcha.
So, But you also got to think LAPD. They got to know this. They definitely know this is going on. I am sure they've all been advised not to get involved. Hey, I'm going to ask Dylan here. Dylan, is it LAPD
Up,
helicopter
down
involved
for
in this?
D-pad, and down for the
It's-
bumpers.
yeah,
All
it's-
right.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, what's going on? I just got an intense briefing from Dylan, quick and appropriate, like it should be. He basically said that the Ontario ship that's has been over it with us this entire time.
I want to
basically
make
has
some
another 20 minutes of fuel
popcorn.
left,
Like,
and he's going to stay here with it for those 20 minutes of
I'm
fuel.
craving some popcorn
And then,
watching
hand it
this.
off to LAPD, which is they are here, but not involved in the actual pursuit as of yet. So as soon as he's got to go for fuel, they will the handoff
Some
will
press
be
for
done and they will
Afterburner.
take it over. But
It's also
getting a
nice.
little bit
And the
more
new jet has
agitated, a little
folding
bit more
wings, and that's
aggressive
just
in
a
that driving
switch.
right there. But you know, as
Yeah, I can
far
see
as
Afterburner
stopping, haven't seen
being
that.
a thumb press.
Now,
Yeah, that'd be a
we're
good
gonna
setup.
we're definitely back in the
Because you're going to
Arts
slam it
District. I know
forward
this
and then
area
hit the...
very well. The traffic's probably going to be a little tighter. The streets are
Get a little
definitely
more
gonna get
speed
little
out of it.
narrower. And again, there's going to be more people out on the roadway, physical pedestrians, which is also scary. Continuing to going on the wrong side of the road there, isn't he? Yeah, no, he's not. He was? Okay. But anyway, there we go. Coming back out. And, yeah. At least he's slowing down every time he sees a vehicle and every time he comes to a red light. That's the only positive. But
Right.
he did run that stop sign. Solid.
It was a California roll.
So California roll.
roll.
Yeah, officers don't they don't approve. They do not approve. On this one, that's something else, Roxy. People ask that all the time. It's like, is he going to get charged with every traffic
Yes.
infraction?
The answer is yes.
No, I heard that he does that it's just the big one.
Really?
It's just the big one. It's
I
just
thought
the
they noted every
Icy
single
wants dual sticks
violation.
more for space games. Oh, that would be
They
cool.
might note every one of them, but as far as him getting prosecuted by everyone, that I doubt
I
it.
fell a
I
few
think
times
it's
in the
just gonna be
hospital,
straight
so now
out,
they make me a fall.
probably
They have me as a
the
fall risk, so I
carjacking.
can't leave my
That's
bed
probably
and the
gonna be the
alarm
big
goes
one.
off.
And then
I have to have
everything else is
permission to
gonna
be walked
failure
by
to
a nurse
yield.
to go anywhere. Oh
And,
no!
or obstructing justice, or whatever.
Maybe that's for the
whatever
best.
that
Fallen.
holds more weight.
Falling, not
but
fallen.
as far as this guy goes,
Falling
who
is a
knows?
problem. That's why
Got some
I'm
other guys out
sitting
there
here
kinda
instead
keeping
of
an eye on what's
what
going
is
on.
it? It's 10:30. I
But
should
look
be
how
at work
tight these
tonight
streets
on a
are.
Friday
This
night.
is what I'm talking
That's why I'm
about.
sitting here instead of at work.
Yeah. And these people are trying to get out of the way. Like they hear the lights and sirens. They're trying to do the right thing.
Well, and also, this is another opportunity where we can mention how the location influences the decisions that officers make.
Yeah. Definitely. This is even if they had the okay to pit, they would not do it right there.
I'm gonna go put some popcorn in the microwave.
Law enforcement, he's definitely taunting law
I'll be
enforcement.
back. I'm going to use
We
the
saw him
bathroom,
stop
make me
right
some
there in front of
popcorn.
that, CHP
I'm getting
vehicle.
hungry.
So that
Watching
is
this makes me
definitely him
want to
basically
munch
saying,
on
"Man,
something.
you can't get me."
I'll be back in a minute.
He's got to know that he's going to get got, and hopefully it's not going to be, with any kind of injuries to him or anybody else that might be involved.
You mentioned that earlier, this individual likely taking their time because they know in the end he's going to end up back in jail or end up in jail, right? So just enjoying the freedom, you
Yep.
could say. But also, these are times where, for me, I think about when someone has nothing to lose, that makes them more dangerous.
Yep. Definitely makes them more dangerous. And just having that mindset makes it very dangerous. And these are the things that law enforcement deals with all of the time. They realize that these are the people that they come across probably more so than you and I. And they have to realize that that's kind of their mindset. It's like, okay, I'm going to go to jail. While you and I would be like devastated. But at any rate, this is one of those ones. That truck is the problem. That big truck, that heavy vehicle, and him continuing to drive it around, even though he's seemingly slow, still very erratic, still could become something very dangerous very quickly. And this is the thing. Over these so often, and they're easy. It's low-hanging fruit sometimes to poke fun at them. But you also have to realize this could turn tragic in a blink of an eye, and you just don't want that to happen. And luckily this hasn't, and hopefully this won't. But the vehicle hasn't stopped yet. And every time we get close to other cars, every time we come up to an intersection, every time we pull up to somebody and there's that interaction, you just don't know. Maybe somebody's going to say something that really upsets that guy, and and he lashes out, and this becomes something entirely different. And that's what we always worry about when we watch these.
Was
things.
that a
And
red
I think
light?
that's one of the reasons why a lot of that might have been.
Yeah.
That might have been. Here we go. This one clearly a red light as that guy's slamming on the brakes.
See? Good thing that person stopped.
Yep.
See, those other drivers have to
Definitely.
be on guard, because I think about this all the time sometimes when you're at an intersection and the light turns green for you to go. Maybe it's because of the job I have and the pursuits we cover, but I always give it a beat before I go when that
Yep.
light changes, because of these types of situations.
Yep. And you and I both probably. I mean, I drive early morning to get to work, and there's pretty much nobody on the roads, and I take a lot of streets before I get to the freeway. And I got to tell you, I always, even if it's green, you always slow down. You're always kind of looking. You're always making sure. I'm looking more for animals than people, but you just got to wonder. Somebody might be, speeding through, running a red light, and I don't want to be the one to find out that it's his bad day. So making my day a bad day too. Yeah, but as far as this guy goes, let's keep with him. And again, back with those swerving back and forth.
So, Stu,
And
this is
where are we going now?
This has been going on for a while.
Oh, freeway.
Oh, okay. Well, at least from the correct entrance. Okay, back on the.
Yep. Eastbound 10? Oh, come on. You can't tell me he's going back to Fontana. We don't have fuel for Fontana.
And Fontana
Come on,
is
man. We
where
don't
this
have
all
fuel for-
began.
Yes. So let's see where he goes. Oh, I know this on-ramp. He's got the choice of the 60 over here, too. Yeah, so keeping on with the keeping on, but now he's getting back up onto the freeway. He rolled up the window. That's something new.
Well, it's also harder
he
to
has
see
an
now
opportunity
with
to get on the
the
60.
tinted windows.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll see which one he picks right here. I think this is also an off-ramp again as well. But he's got many options if he gets back onto that interchange. Looks like we are going to be... No, I think he's going to get back off the freeway. I'm saying that because I'm hoping he gets back on the freeway.
He's off.
Now he's
huh?
getting back off the freeway.
He's
There we
getting
go.
See,
Yep, there we
there's
go.
just no
Santa Fe.
rhyme or reason.
Rhyme to read.
Right.
Yeah, definitely not.
But so much time
Definitely
has
not. And
passed,
again,
and all we see are the CHP cruisers just, following along. So I'm just trying to figure out the strategy here, right? Like, is it just to keep following along until he runs out of gas, or he himself decides to give up? No attempts have been made thus far
yes.
of
That for real, I would venture to say, is the plan. I really truly believe it, and I don't mean it in any kind of put down. It's that is the plan. That's probably the safest action that they can take with the best outcome. I don't know if the pit maneuver is, basically frowned upon because of the size of the vehicle, or if somebody, one of their bosses or, a sergeant, whoever it might be, said, no, we're just not going to do it. or possibly somebody, or possibly they don't have. You have to be, pit approved, meaning you've got to go to classes. It isn't like they just say, okay, go do this. Maybe one of those officers, none of those officers down there are pit approved. But you'd think by this time that they would have been able to get somebody that is pit approved into the rotation and make that happen. So again, this just continues on. We're definitely getting a tour of the downtown East LA areas for sure today. Now that's the Sears Soto building. Yep, it is. And making our way through Boyle Heights again, I would venture to say. Central City is what they're calling it. But yeah, we're going to be, we're just south of Boyle Heights, cutting across, wrong side of the road, making a slow decision, but it looks like we're going to be turning up and heading over towards the Boyle Heights area. Again, you got to wonder, I would venture to say that officer that's in that lead vehicle with the canine, he's probably chomping at the bit and wondering why, he can't do that pit maneuver. But right now, like you've been saying, this has all been, let's see where this goes. Look at the kids down there going by a school.
Right.
Everybody's running to
They're running to see what the
pursuit.
commotion is. Stu, how much fuel do you have up in Skyfox?
Oh, don't tell me that, Dylan. We have roughly, I'm going to say maybe, oh, here we go. Here we go. See, they listen to us. They listen to it. They totally listen to it. Yep.
Come back. Oh no, I come back just in time to see a pit maneuver.
Running to see what the commotion is. Stu,
Hold on.
how much
Sorry, guys.
fuel do you have up in Skyfox?
Of course, moment
Don't tell
I
me
walk
that,
in,
Dylan.
it gets interesting.
We have roughly, I'm going to say maybe, oh, here we go. Here we go.
Ooh,
They listen
oh,
to us. They listen to it. They totally listen to it. Yep, they listen to
there
us.
you go.
They listen to us. They are totally listening to us. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah, that was like a ballet. That was so smooth.
Oh, he's backing up. You should have stayed hooked into him with your grill.
No. And not under a tree. Don't do it under a tree.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Here we go. I was so proud of him. I was so proud. So let's see what happens now. Now that we've seen it,
Right.
the suspect, cat's out of the bag, So the suspect knows that's it. That's a possibility. It's a possibility that might happen again. Let's see where he goes. Are they going to do it again? Most likely. It's just where it can. Yeah, it has to be this, that. Yeah, it has to be. Everything's got clear.
The
They gotta
camera
be
got
and
all glitched
nobody else
up.
around and a certain speed. But boy, that Tahoe.
How loud is Mike
has done some
crunching?
damage now, but CHP, they're my heroes. They really are. But anyway, so back on the bridge, probably not going to do it here.
Yeah.
But boy, what a great job that was. That was really.
My apologies. I didn't realize my chewing was going to be so loud.
California Highway Patrol helicopter. Oh, was that Ontario? That was still Ontario. That was Ontario PD.
So you were saying, Stu, as
But,
far as fuel.
Oh, we'll probably have another 15 to 20 on station before we have to peel off to go and get some of that Jet A. And believe me when I tell you, even though this is, I'm
It's plain to
invested.
see a
I'm
thieves
definitely
with. Oh yeah,
invested
yeah.
now, especially with that pit maneuver. I want to see this
Win,
come
lose,
to
or
an
draw
end
on high
as much as
seas.
probably as much as the law enforcement does. They're keeping their distance again. They're waiting for that right moment, and it has to really be no other vehicles around.
Oh gosh, I
you
missed
know,
a
wide
lot
enough
walking
street,
away.
Probably near an intersection.
A few
There's
times in
lot
the
of things
hospital.
have to happen to make that happen. Going underneath the 10.
Birthday September
And,
2nd.
and
Looks
as
like I'm
far
going
as
to.
the
Oh
driver
no,
of
we're
that
gonna have to
car,
do.
like I
What
said,
would
now
you
he
like to
kinda
see us
knows.
stream?
Now he kinda
Dan?
knows. It's when he
We're gonna have to
taunts
do
that and
something
drives
special for your
slow,
birthday.
He realizes there's a possibility
We're gonna have to play a
that
game.
there might be another pit maneuver. see what's going on down there. Yeah, they're not going to do it with all these cars right there.
Well, yeah, there's no room.
Using flares.
Trying to see the
Okay.
damage on that cruiser. Can't really make it out.
Yeah, I see. It looks like he's got a pretty good push bar, and but definitely is going to have some paint swaps and some damage to the pickup truck. Hopefully, the driver has
Fell a
full
few times in the
coverage
hospital.
insurance.
They have me as a fall
But,
risk. Okay. I
but
see one
again,
is a dual stick.
It's one of those ones. It's like, were we
Debating
expecting?
using
I
my
wasn't
Logitech
expecting
for
that. I thought it
Battlefield
was just gonna come to an
6.
end.
Pick up 360 with the
but,
Jeep. Oh,
Yeah, that driver understands the Prindle. Prindle
make sure to
being the
call you
gear shift.
if you are.
Oh, look at the damage on the truck. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
I'm
yeah.
gonna take a
gonna
shower
need
right
that
now.
for
Hop
sure.
on. You guys are still
Yeah.
on. Oh, I'll be here. Talk to you in a
Slowing
little
down
while.
again.
I'll
Goes
be
back
here.
to that whole taunt.
Right.
Clearly talking to somebody. Got to get his message out. And
Regardless,
So
should be able to
close
use the
behind
driving
you,
wheel.
following
Oh,
you
you want to use the
closely.
driving wheel for ground vehicles, Paul.
okay. So, and just for, not that it really affects us personally, but the helicopters are definitely swapping out now. LAPD is going to be the ones calling the pursuit from now on in. And you know,
Most
again,
embarrassing,
this is
you
just
gotta
not
ask
the
permission
spot
to
where
go to
you
the
can,
bathroom. Yeah, I
get up
get
behind
that.
there and do that pit because there's just so many other vehicles nearby. Look at this guy.
But
Look at this guy. He's like, hey, I got places to be. I got my cell phone out. I got my picture. You know,
Who's that?
I'm gonna make it on the. That's just somebody with a cell phone
Oh,
that
God.
basically drove by the officers to get the
Oh.
shot. There you go. Yeah.
Not
wonder if,
smart.
Yeah, not smart at all. And as far as California Highway Patrol goes, they probably are just like they got bigger fish to fry right now. But yeah, not what they want to see. And it just continues on.
The signals, the hand gestures. Just
Yep.
very jittery.
More of the same.
Jittery. Right.
Yep. Simon Desk also asking me what our fuel situation is.
You said 15, 20 minutes, maybe?
Yeah, maybe a solid 15 now.
Okay.
Getting back on the freeway. Yep,
Here we go. Back on.
right.
I guess this truck had enough gas.
Yeah, the truck's seems to have plenty of fuel. And as far as the pit goes on the freeway, that one I don't think is going to happen.
Do we
Yeah.
see that?
I've seen it one time.
Okay, I don't think I've seen that ever
Yeah,
on the freeway.
I actually saw that one time, and it was crazy, and it was LAPD. But at any rate, now they've swapped it out. You've got a straight-out cruiser. You don't have the big SUV anymore. Lights and sirens for sure. At least everybody down there knows. And that one is definitely going to. Which one is that? Oh, that's the Ontario police ship. They're about to leave. That's what I've been told. They're on their way out. And there is our pursuit right there. So that's the Ontario ship that's been over it pretty much as long as we've been over it. They were how we found it. And heads up was from our assignment desk, and then but then that helicopter is how we actually found it. But again, moving pretty slow down there. The cruiser probably not going to be doing a pit maneuver. And it looks like we're transitioning onto the 5. Is that the 5 freeway? Or the 60?
The 60, yeah,
We're
60
making
west.
back onto the 60 right now. Yeah.
But when we're off the freeway, you're saying that cruiser wouldn't attempt a pit maneuver?
Maybe. I think the SUV would be better at it just because of the
Right.
the size and the traction. But those cruisers are more than capable. Trust me. And with that big push bar, they're safe. Oh, made a little bit of a. You must have heard us talking about the 5. We changed his mind right there. Well, now we're on the 5.
Okay.
So And a lot of traffic, as I understand it. Dylan is telling me that it is.
I'm still here, guys.
Fast,
I'm just
so
eating.
we're going to probably be sitting there in traffic again.
I got hungry. Once I get done with this, I'll hop back on with the camera.
Carjacking in Fontana. That's where it all started. And a lot of freeway driving, but then again, we did a lot of urban driving down in the Boyle Heights, East LA, downtown Los Angeles, and some other of the districts out there. But again, have not been able to bring this thing to a stop. And all this traffic, it's probably just going to be frustrating for law enforcement, frustrating probably for us as well. But the drivers around them all doing what they're supposed to do. It's kind of interesting. They're probably hearing those lights and sirens, people trying to move out of the way. This guy is stopping, which is predictable. That's what law enforcement wants you to do, something that is predictable. It's got a big open area right there, but probably not. And again, these guys, these law enforcement, they are trained. They are looking for the opportunity, that's for sure. And they're also looking for it has to be safe. That's it. It has to be safe. And will they do it again? Probably. If they did it once, they'll probably do it again. Seeing this guy, look at him getting all antsy right there. I don't blame him. I really don't blame him.
Do you see if the traffic has been stopped at all? Ongoing traffic?
As far as law enforcement?
Yes.
No, they haven't done. There's a little bit of a traffic break behind them, so these officers are going to basically just kind of drive the speed. I mean, they're following behind, so it's like a rolling roadblock. But that driver has the ability to catch up to the pack, and that's what it seems like happening again right now. Is like they're catching up to these. He's speeding up a little bit, getting back up into traffic. Everybody's trying to get out of the way. But yeah, it's like, this is so frustrating. Now it's getting frustrating for me knowing that the clock is running. And like I said, I'm invested. I want to see this thing come to an end just like everybody else. California Highway Patrol, they're paid to bring this thing to an end and safely. But right now, though, this is we're just going to kind of run that clock out, keep an eye on them as long as we can. Dylan is definitely going to keep us safe. If we go past that 15-minute mark, it's because he knows what he's doing and making plans to get us the fuel that we need. As far
circus.
as somebody else coming to relieve
Right,
us,
Odin?
that might be happening, though. I mean, as far as coverage goes, you guys might...
Well, speaking of coverage, I do want to give people a heads up because it's 2 o'clock. We'll be doing the Belmont Stakes Festival. That's what viewers will see, but we will continue the streaming online. So that's what is happening shortly.
I'm eating popcorn,
Right.
Odin. That's why I'm kind of
I
got the.
think our PM shift
Well, I'm
might be
muted and
arriving
got the camera off
and,
for a minute.
and taking over. That's what I was thinking. So that it'll still be streaming.
I'm a noisy
somewhere.
chewer.
I'll be over it watching it. I mean, I might be watching it because, like I said, I've gotten invested. You've gotten my attention. I want to see this thing end just like everybody else does. But
feel
as
like
far
at
as
this
this guy
point,
goes,
it's going to be another attempted pit maneuver or him running out of gas because, with traffic now, he's slowed down, which I suppose is a good thing, and it's just a waiting game.
how does this guy not have carpal tunnel syndrome? I mean, my gosh, I could not move my hands that much that long. He should have been a pianist. Anyways.
So, Stu, I want to just let viewers know in about
Still
10
doing his
seconds,
gang signs.
they will be watching the Belmont Stakes Festival right here on Channel 11. If you want to continue watching us streaming with this pursuit that's ongoing, we will be streaming. And that's where you can catch it.
Well, Roxy, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
All right, so here we are streaming, continuing
Oh,
our coverage. Don't say goodbye
Yes.
to me. We're just we're just off
I was just-
television. No, we're still together.
cool. a little bit. Yes. I'm getting information that the other helicopter is locked and loaded and ready to go, and they're just waiting for the person in the back seat, and then they will be on their way to join us. And you are going to get to see what happens, but I am going to have to watch on the internet. I'm going to be a viewer just like everybody else. And also, we lost the IFB once again. If we can get a nod to our friends in TOC to reset it, would be awesome. I'll hit Skyvox, TOC. We lost the IFB.
Okay, Stu, while you work on your IFB,
Yeah,
I'll
still
let
no
viewers
IFB.
know if they're just joining us here
on.
on streaming. We've been following this
There we go.
pursuit of a stolen pickup truck. We believe, as far as we've heard, that there was no weapons involved, so it might have been just a crime of opportunity. Perhaps the car had the keys in it. Perhaps the engine was running. This individual stepped in, and there we have it. We've been on this since about, I don't know, close to 12:30, but I believe this began in Fontana around 11. And the driver just doesn't seem to have any intention to stop. A bit of taunting with the law enforcement throughout this pursuit, just the windows down, making hand gestures, some kind of signals. I have no idea if it means anything. We certainly don't know, but it's just been a very fidgety type of pursuit. I guess that would be really the best way to describe it, Stu. On and off, slowing
Definitely.
down, speeding up, going in circles, just no end in sight.
No end in sight, indeed. And as far as all those hand gestures go, like I said, piano, guitar, anything. I mean, it's like my wrists are kind of hurting just watching all of that activity, and it really, truly has been nonstop. He's been communicating the entire time he's been driving, one-handed, two-handed. It has been non-stop. As far as California Highway Patrol, non-stop for them as well. They have done a little swapping out right there. Those SUVs that did that pit maneuver, they've kind of fallen back. They've got two cruisers now behind it. Where are we? We're on the South 710. I was going to say, that's also probably not the best choice. I could have told you there's going to be traffic here, and there definitely is. But when he's driving slow like that, traffic could actually get ahead of him if it was moving faster than he is, and it's not. I mean, take a look at that. Some of these vehicles moving super, super slow. I know because we are definitely a good family out here at Fox. Had Kevin whispering in my ear, not like that, and saying, hey, you got a fixed wing, a CHP fixed wing flying over us also. So they've got two aircraft, it's LAPD following along. They've got their helicopter. Just CHP. Yeah. So and you got a plane up high. So they're the ones that are keeping an eye on this. They probably are thinking this might make its way back to Fontana. That's why they incorporated that aircraft as well, meaning the plane, not the helicopter. As far as him going slow, like I said, he's probably been listening to us, because there you go. And here's the thing.
So
Here's
slow.
the crux, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at
What?
that. You know,
Like-
get your ducks in a row. Get there. Pit him. You could.
He was going 5 miles an hour there.
But anyways, yeah, and he got that freeway wide open for him there for a minute or two. So as long as he's up close to these other vehicles, I'm pretty sure they're
Well, he
definitely
wasn't,
not
though.
going to.
wasn't.
Got your night medication,
he
Dan?
wasn't. But
I hope it helps.
Am I making excuses for law enforcement? I'm gonna make an excuse for law enforcement. I'm gonna throw it out there. Here we go. Maybe they didn't do it because they didn't want to have an incident on the freeway blocking all lanes on the southbound 710, because
Well,
they want to keep the traffic moving the
That
best
is
they
fair.
can.
We've dealt certainly on the 405 a mess today, where people were
Right?
stuck for 2 hours plus.
Yes. 2 hours plus. Yeah, that would have been brutal. This probably wouldn't have taken 2 hours, but it would have taken some time. Anyways, I don't know if that was the reason, or perhaps it was something else. But, they didn't take advantage of it. And, of course, there's probably some sort. Yeah, they know the reason why. We can only guess. That's probably where it goes.
You
with
got a
all
lot
this.
of medication
As
to
far as
take,
that
Dan.
suspect,
I
we can
imagine
only guess what
they
he's
probably
what he's
gave you
doing, so
cups
he
full
is
of
just gonna be
pills.
kind of moving along
probably
here
pumping you
very
full of
slowly,
this,
like
that,
he
and the
has
other
been.
thing.
The stop and go activity continues.
I don't think
And,
the
and,
suspect himself
again,
knows what he's doing, Stu.
No, I put money on that. He's just he literally is doing the I know I'm going to jail. I'm just going to do as much of this as I can until this truck runs out of gas or something happens and it comes to a stop. But these guys right here, you got it. I'm pretty sure this guy has been with it for a good amount of time, probably almost as long as we have, and you've got to think he's frustrated as well, especially with that clean pit and then not being able to bring it to a stop.
Oh, he's trying
Looks
to
like
go
we are
around
doing
Woof!
something different.
15
Yeah.
pills.
He's stuck there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying
Don't
to
you
get-
hate it?
I
when
don't know
people
how
take
you
the
swallow
goal
all
line
those,
like
Dan.
that,
That's
and
a
then
lot
just
of
kinda
pills
push
to
their way
swallow.
in front of you.
I did
You're
that
just like,
this
come
morning,
on,
though.
man.
I had to get
Is that
to
you
work.
or Roxia?
That was me.
I mean, I
had
can
to
take
get
a
to
pill
work.
here and there, but 15 is a
I
lot.
hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Did you apologize though? Were you like doing
No,
excuse
I
me,
just
excuse me,
avoided
sorry?
eye contact.
All right, Grizzly. Thanks for
the
the
way,
prayers
too.
to
I
Dan.
usually-
I agree.
Yeah, I usually apologize. I try to do the wave, the friendly wave, tell somebody thank you. But
He
yeah,
still, I see his
this guy,
hands.
I
I
don't-
still see his hand gestures there on the other
Yeah.
side. The hands are just out of that window.
He's
you go.
still doing his hand gestures.
yeah. Okay, so
I really feel
for
like
you,
it
Roxia,
means nothing. I feel like it means nothing. It just seems so random.
right? Gosh, I'm telling you, my fingers are hurting just watching it. It's not. You think I'm being sarcastic or joking? I'm being serious. That hurts. But I can tell you, the other our relief is en route, so it's probably just their flight time to get here. So. Oh, but now Dylan's saying that it's getting down to the wire for us. So we might have to leave in between. I don't want to leave you here all by yourself.
Oh,
just,
it's okay.
you're
My
having to-
relief is
having to talk to
insight,
everybody.
too.
Okay, all right. So
It might be something we do
yeah,
together.
we'll kind of. Well, yeah, I was going to say we'll bail at the same time. But the pursuit continues, and if you know anybody that's on the 710, you let them know. Text them. Say, hey, don't look at your text. Hopefully, you have a car that does hands-free, and you can let them know.
That guy's like, wait a minute.
And don't try to videotape it, or you.
It's interesting that,
That's not good
back on the
either.
freeway in the past, his speeds have been faster and he's been more erratic, but it seems like he's slowed down quite a bit.
Definitely. But he continues with that weird jerking of the wheel, back and forth.
All right, I'm back.
Putting the washing machine in there. I don't know what he's thinking. But look, everybody.
Ooh, he's
they're
slowing
asking
down.
for a recap. So if
Or no,
you're
that's a different
watching
truck.
Right now, what's going on is this is Pursuit. Started in Fontana, carjacking vehicle. Been on the freeways for most of the time, but did make its way all the way into the downtown Los Angeles area. We were in a lot of tight streets. There was a lot of slow moving, a lot of hand gestures, and all that damage you see right there, that was from a pit maneuver. It was clean, it was sweet, and it was perfect. But that suspect basically put it in reverse and made that move and got away. That pursuit continued on off the side streets, clearly back onto freeways. We've seen the 10, we've seen the 5, we've seen the 101, and now we're on the 710 South. This pursuit's continuing, though. California Highway Patrol, they're the ones that have taken it over. Fontana PD, they are still with it. They'll probably be the ones that take that suspect into custody. No injuries as of yet. Hopefully it stays like that. That suspect continues to elude officers and basically, I would say, doing some showboating. That's my recap.
Ready. All right, everybody. Stu, thank you for that. Stu, just so you know, Araxia Carpadian, she is concluding her work here at Fox 11 for the week. We appreciate her and all that she did for this pursuit. This is Marla Tejas now jumping on to the Fox Local stream. It is just about 2:10 in the afternoon. I am catching up to what you've been watching with us on the Fox Local stream, this pursuit that has been going on for hours at this point. You just got a big recap, nice recap from Stu Mundell up in Skyfox. This started in Fontana. Now we're in East LA, a carjacking suspect in this truck. There was a pit at some point throughout this pursuit, a technique that's often used in these situations, but that didn't stop this truck. So spun it out for a bit, but then it kept on going.
We're
and
going to go
here
to
we
Long Beach?
are. Stu, can you
All right,
hear
we'll
me?
stay for a little bit. Yes, definitely, Marla. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah, we definitely can hear you. And and we're going to make our way down to Long Beach. So you're going to have us for just a little bit longer, if you like. But we're definitely going to make our way down to Long Beach. That's what we're going to get some fuel. And I just got a text from Tim Conway Jr. basically saying he's watching it and he feels my pain not being able to see the end of this, and he's hoping it's going to be coming to an end as well. But yeah, that damage that you see right there, that's what you were talking about. That was the pit maneuver.
Oh,
and
yeah.
if you watched it, it was nice, wasn't it? It was just perfect, and just not what we wanted to see though. The guy getting in that, putting in reverse. Oh, what's he doing right now? Maybe we are. No,
This is
I thought
a cat and mouse.
thought we were
It's a
going to
cat
see
and
the
mouse
end right
move.
there. Yeah.
Do we know?
More cat and mouse. More.
Let me ask you a few questions before I lose you. All right. And first of all, we appreciate
Okay,
Tim Conway. Always, it's funny. You
Golly, look at all those cop cars.
Gary this morning from 9 to 12. Then I got on, made my way down to the station.
What a waste of
So here I am.
resources.
So
You
I'm
should have
glad
just
to be
went
able
up and
to,
got them stopped.
Join you, Stu, before you have to refuel. So at what point did this pit maneuver happen? And also, just one suspect, as far as we know, inside the vehicle?
I can pretty much confirm that it is just the driver inside that vehicle. We've looked around. Somebody's going to say, "Well, there's tinted windows. There could be somebody laying down." There could be a lot of things. But as far as another person inside that vehicle, I would say 99.99% there is just the driver. The pit maneuver was actually done by that, not that one. I wonder if they're even still here. It was one of the big Tahoes, and it was on the surface streets in downtown. There was one of these right there. There was definitely a canine unit. And it was really, like I said, as far as execution, it was perfect. There was really no skidding, no nothing, and it just was that bump, and the other car came alongside. They did the block in, but they didn't. Nobody was
Shame it
behind
didn't work.
And,
But
the
it
driver
worked
it
if
did
the guy
stop for a
hadn't
few moments
moved.
there, and then the driver just kind of threw it in reverse and then got out of it. I know we're streaming right now, so turning tape might be difficult, or we don't do it. But at any rate, it was really something to see. Stay tuned, watch for the later shows. You're definitely going to see it. But as far as that driver, he's just been driving really slow. He's been doing a lot of these hand gestures out of the windows. Like I said, he should have been a guitarist or maybe played piano. The movement has been non-stop since we picked this up almost more than an hour ago. When the window's up right now, I venture to say he's not doing those hand movements, but look at that, just driving kind of slow, like you said, cat and mouse. The officers, me being frustrated, probably not that important. Those officers being frustrated, I feel their pain, especially some of the ones that have basically been with it since the beginning. And Fontana PD, they are trailing behind, and they are going to take this guy into custody. They're the ones that are going to wind up doing the actual custody, the paperwork, as it would be when it comes to a stop. I'm looking for them.
So
they got to be around somewhere. As far as go ahead.
Is this a combo then, mutual support between Fontana and CHP, or at this point is CHP in the lead?
Hard telling.
It's funny. As far as policy goes, the way it's always been explained to me is there is no multitask pursuit. It's either one or the other. So Fontana probably would have had to say we're giving the pursuit to the California Highway Patrol. And they can track behind, and when it's over, they can kind of pull up and say, all right, we'll take the suspect back to Fontana. We'll do the paperwork. But as far as the actual chase goes, as I always was told, one agency. And if we get a law enforcement person on board, maybe Tim. The other Tim Lynn might call in. He can clarify that. But as far
No,
as
that sounds right, because you wouldn't want someone from another county running around your streets if they don't know your
That's what I
area
was
that you're
thinking. When
trained
you
to
mentioned Fontana, I
go
was thinking,
through.
that's interesting if they're still a part of it. But yeah, CHP has taken it over. It originated in Fontana, where this is what we call a carjacking suspect. In other words, reportedly stole this truck. Looks to be some sort of a work truck, perhaps. Damage significant there on the driver's side. That's because that's where pit maneuver
Work truck
was I would
trim
say,
generally doesn't have a
not just
sunroof
attempted,
though,
happened.
but
was a
it being
successful
white
pit maneuver
definitely
in that
points
it
to a
stopped
base
the
model
truck for a
looking truck.
moment, but then did not disable the vehicle clearly, because here we go. Now we're taking an off ramp here. This is the 710. We're in the Compton area now. It looks like the where are we going? Long Beach.
Yep, the Long Beach. Yeah, it's the Long Beach exit. We're definitely in Compton. You know, I do love the Compton.
Did the chiropractor do anything good today?
She's probably not watching
Well,
on the internet, but
she
got
did a
family
bunch
out
of
here.
popping,
Anyways,
Dan.
we'll see where
She
this
popped
goes.
my neck.
Really slow moving,
She
but that
popped
doesn't mean
a
it's coming to
few
an end. This guy's
spots
been
in
driving
my
for a long
back.
time. Maybe
She
this guy
took
conserve
a
fuel. You know what fuel prices are. You have to be
ultrasound
stolen, you know,
thing
just
and
gotta be
those
careful.
electric shock things and went around and stimulated my back. She found a bunch of tight spots in it. So she thinks like 3 or 4 more sessions I might be up and going again, maybe, depending on how it goes. But she has some ideas, and I'm feeling hopeful again. Like I kind of lost hope, especially after Walmart going, "Oh, you're good. You can go back to work." It's like, no, I'm hurting sitting here. I ain't gonna be able to throw freight. You crazy?
Have we heard anything? Of
Their
course,
doctor's
law
not much.
enforcement
Their
believes that someone is
doctor
armed.
they
Do
had
we
me
know
go look
anything
at.
about this particular suspect?
That's a
Has anything
quack.
been gleaned?
Not much of a doctor.
We have heard
Barely
pretty
looked
clear
at me
in
and
the
goes,
very
"Yep, he's good."
no
No,
weapons
I'm not.
seen. That's the best that they can say because you just don't know.
Right.
But no weapon seen, and that's kind of what led me to believe that maybe the crime of opportunity. We don't know how this vehicle was taken. Maybe
So
it was a
kind
stop.
of, Dan,
Maybe
kind
this
of.
guy came up,
It's got me
the
hopeful
guy,
at
maybe there
least.
was a physical altercation.
Had me
I
do
don't
that
know.
wave table
But,
too. That
a lot
felt
of
good.
times this is
That
just,
it's like a,
somebody's, keys are in it.
I don't know, almost like a
sitting at the gas
waterbed
station,
thing that
somebody jumps in,
vibrates,
takes off. Is
flaps
that a
against your back.
carjacking? I don't know. I don't know the
Technically,
I don't know the legal. I don't know the legal differences, but it could be. You look at how close he's getting. Look at how close they're all getting. It's like a pack of wolves chasing a wounded sheep. It's like, are they gonna pounce? Are they gonna do it? This would be the place.
Right.
But
That's why.
he has to be
here we
moved.
are.
Yeah,
We're
it's-
gonna do a stop.
Yeah.
I was wondering why CHP, because usually CHP has more of an aggressive strategy when it comes to these pursuits. So I'm wondering if they know, well, certainly they know more than we do about, what they're dealing with perhaps behind the wheel. But why at this point, when it seems to be a wide open street down below under the freeway here, why they're not just being a little bit more aggressive to finally bring this to an end?
Well, I can say that there's different agencies, and they all have a different policy. They have different bosses that they have to answer to. Maybe theirs is saying, hey, don't do it again. Or I think more logically would be the vehicle has to be moving at a certain speed. It has to be going fast enough for it to slide. When it's moving slow like that, maybe it's not enough speed to get it to spin that tail around.
Right.
Maybe there isn't enough room for another officer to get around it to block it in. Maybe they're like, okay, the guy knows you can use reverse. Let's block the back this time around. There's a lot going on down there. When we watch these, it's always easy to armchair it.
Is there ever high-speed chases like this in your city? Not really, Dan. Not really. My city's kind of small. Like, the only one I can think of was more out in the country, and I think the guy got stuck in a field, so he didn't get very far, if I remember correctly, because someone posted on Facebook about it, and I'm like, all right, I went on our local scanner website, listened to the police scanner, them moving around, and they were yelling out, names, country roads out there, and they're like, yeah, they went on to so-and-so's farm, and I'm like, oh, I know where they are, and then it's like, yep, they're stuck.
Making the differentiating between just a stolen vehicle and a carjacking suspect. Here we are in Compton on the streets of. This started all the way in Fontana, and look at this, right next to a daycare or a school, perhaps some sort of a summer
They're all
camp.
just
Hard
like,
to tell,
oh.
but nonetheless, kids are going, "What's going on?"
I wonder if that's going to inspire that young lad to be an officer someday. Anyways, they're just going right by him.
Never know.
And it is almost, it is a spectacle of some point. You know, we can poke a lot of fun at these things, but it is definitely still very, very dangerous. We pointed this out earlier on. This guy could, you know, hammer that gas or not pay attention. Somebody could step out in front of it. It could come to a tragic end very, very quickly, and that is one of the reasons why we always have to have some sort of composure when we watch these pursuits and talk about them. So slow moving, and this is the first time I've actually seen him in a neighborhood. This
Wow.
is so
It's trash day.
unusual. And it's trash day for sure. But it makes you wonder if maybe he knows this area, maybe this is his location, because a lot of times when these chases go to a neighborhood like this, that vehicle, you know, they'll throw it in park, the door will pop open, or not throw it in park, and the door will pop open, and they'll take off running. This could be what's going on right here. They have 2 K9 units behind there. And I'm being told Dylan is being very polite and saying, Stu, if you start wrapping it up, we need to go to Long Beach for fuel. So I'm going to start to wrap it up. I'm going to hand it off to you. I'm sure I'm handing it to capable hands, that's for sure. And,
Well, I'm no Stu Mundell, but I'll do my
I just want to
best.
see how this ends.
I'll do my best. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you to you and your crew
Thank
up
goodness for that.
there. Stu, you're so funny.
Anyways, no, thank
Yeah.
you for that.
We appreciate your levity.
All right,
Always.
we're going to go.
All right.
We're going to go, and we're going to hand it off to our PM colleagues. See you guys later.
All right, Stu. You have a great weekend. Thank you so much, and you be safe on the roads
too.
getting home. So we still have these live pictures from Skyfox, and we're working it out on how we will transfer to another. We will have a live look, so stick with us here on the Fox Local stream. This is underway in Compton now, but
Golly, this one's a long one, isn't it, Dan?
Fontana.
We should have picked a better one. I thought this would be cool with the big truck, but now we're kind of committed in. We're 2 hours into it. We'll look at a different one next.
Maybe not. It's hard to tell given just the distance between where this started and where it is now. And very slow going on these surface streets, which of course is a blessing because serious bad things could happen. All right, we've pulled over.
Oh.
We've seen this before. We've seen this multiple times. The cat and mouse game. This has happened not just in this pursuit, but many pursuits that we've covered over the years. This is a strategy in which case this happens, where the suspect then picks up speeds and thinks that they're going to eventually get away from authorities, but rarely does that happen. So we're sticking with it here. This is on Fertile Street and Wright Road in Compton. CHP right now is the lead agency. This started at 12:30. So I mentioned this has been going on for hours, almost 2 hours. In fact.
Hey, there they go. Oh, you didn't throw it far enough.
Not quite far enough. Guns drawn. The driver, the suspect, obviously saying, okay, you didn't get me and I'm going to keep going. So we saw the spike strips deployed. Now we're boxed in. So this was definitely planned. We got a boxed-in suspect, carjacking suspect.
There we go.
Started in Fontana. Could be ending here in Compton. All right, fully boxed in. Stu,
Thank
do we have you
God.
still?
Yeah, you still have us. And I'm telling you, I just wanted to see this thing come to an end. The sides are off. That's a big plus. Probably putting
So
it in the
long.
park.
I sat down through so many
see
boring.
some hands coming
This is
out.
not new to you.
Definitely
Okay.
kind of falling further behind the pack.
Gotta see if we can find a more interesting one.
But definitely wanted to see this come to an end. And you gotta
I think I got one more in me for today.
California Highway Patrol. They did it. They did it. And they did it safely and calmly. They got some folks out
They
there.
got him.
Everybody's got a cell phone. Everybody's got to see this thing coming to an end. This one coming to an end in front of their house out here in this Compton neighborhood. Actually, Linwood. We've got to give Linwood a shout out. But the door is definitely open, and he is kind of doing his own
There he
thing.
is.
Oh, that canine, don't you run.
Oh, yes. No, the canine came out. Man, that dog has been riding Marla pretty much for over an hour.
Wow.
It was ready to go.
Chomping out the bit, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the K9 was
Literally.
deployed, got
Literally.
that suspect as soon as the suspect
K9 was
got out of
deployed,
that vehicle.
Yep. And you know what? You have to take the other shot. I love you guys, but we definitely have to go. Dylan is like, we're totally at the end of the lens, but we
Okay.
saw it come to an end, and that's what I needed to do. Thank you, guys. Another
okay.
pursuit in the bag.
All right, let's see. Do we have the other shot? I think we're going to be getting it soon enough. We do? Okay, so we are seeing the other shot right now. So while this camera
All
is
clean.
working
All
to
right,
get to the
Brandon.
scene in Linwood, we're going to
Well,
stay
they
with
just
it
caught the
and
guy.
stay with us here in the Fox Local.
Do you want to see how it ended, Brandon?
Dramatic end to what was a dramatic pursuit. This started in Fontana.
They got him.
Eventually get away from authorities, but rarely does that happen. So we're
So-
with it here. This is on
He came down a
Right Road in
little city street.
CHP
Little.
right now is the lead agency. This started at 12:30. So I mentioned this has been going on for hours, almost 2 hours, in fact. Oh, spike strips deployed. Spike
This
strips
guy throws
not quite
spike strips
far enough.
out,
Guns drawn.
and there's a
The
cop
driver,
car
the
to the
suspect,
right of him.
Obviously saying, okay, you didn't get me, and I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
The spike strips deployed. Now we're boxed in. So this was definitely planned. We got a boxed in suspect, carjacking suspect. Started in Fontana. Could be ending here in Compton. All right. Fully boxed in. Stu, do we
And they
have
got
yourself?
him.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
wait
so
for it.
guys, and
They send the
I tell you,
K9
I
out
tell you,
after
I
him.
just wanted to see this thing come to an end. The reverse lights are off. That's a big plus. Probably putting it in the park. I see some hands coming out. You have to understand, we kind of fell farther behind the pack, so this is kind of a little bit of a long shot. But definitely wanted to see this come to an end. And you got to hand it to them. You got to hand it to the California Highway Patrol. They
I
did
think it was the
They
right
did
amount of time,
and
Dan.
They did it safely and calmly. You got some folks out there in Compton. Everybody's got a cell phone. Everybody's got to see this thing coming to an end. This one coming to an end in front of their house out here in this Compton neighborhood. Actually, Linwood. Okay, got to give Linwood a shout out. But the door is definitely open, and he is kind of doing his own thing. Dog! Oh, they used the dog.
K9 came out.
Oh, yes. No, the K9 came out. Man, that dog has been riding Marla pretty much for over an hour.
Wow.
So, he needed to stretch his
Chomping
legs.
out the bit,
Needed to
literally.
stretch his legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the K9 was
Literally.
deployed, got
Literally.
that suspect as soon as the suspect
K9 was
got out of
deployed,
that vehicle.
Yep. And you know what? You have to take the other shot. I love you guys, but we definitely have to go. Dylan is like,
Yeah, they got him, Brandon.
Yes, we're going to. That K9 was deployed. Officers are putting clearly trying to put the cuffs on this suspect, and there are several officers on this suspect who is down on the ground. One K9 officer is now holding that K9 back, and it looks like just now we're getting those cuffs on. CHP officers, included still with their helmets on, are in fact doing that work. And suspect in custody, just about. Yeah, and just to be clear, thank you so much. Executive producer Joya, thank you.
Ooh, that could be good. Oh, it's.
Ted, what are we looking at? A pursuit? Where are we, Stu?
hey, good morning, Araxia. I'm sorry. Maybe
Stolen RV.
This is going to be southbound 57. That big rig definitely in pursuit. You can see it making some erratic turns right there. Just moments ago, there was complete stop on the 57
This is pretty
freeway.
interesting.
They had the whole freeway shut down. This guy took the emergency lane and didn't even slow down.
Oh,
What's
gosh.
going on right now? Well, that's going to be the regular
It
traffic
worked.
on the southbound 57.
I always think about
Big
people's
rig
hearts who
from
get
bad
stolen and
Bell
damaged
Freeway
and destroyed on
as far
TV. Yeah,
as
I
open
know.
roads go. Who's chasing them? Well, that's going to be Fontana PD.
I don't
And
know
you
what
what?
I'm going to do
California
tomorrow
Highway Patrol,
morning. I
they
might
were
actually go out to my
this is on
parents'
the way
house
out here,
tomorrow,
and they were saying, hey,
Brandon.
we got spike strips. We can get some people in place. We'll drop some spike strips for you. We'll take this pursuit over. Fontana PD said, you know what? No, thank you. We've got this. And that pursuit has been continuing. Clearly, it started way out in the Fontana area. Was on the southbound 15. That's kind of when
I think I might go out to my parents'
Skyfox
house.
is going on.
But yeah, that's gotta suck being like that truck owner, and he sees them pit maneuver it, and he's like, no, my truck.
Southbound on the 57. What's going on? Well, we don't know exactly what the deal is with the big rig. It doesn't have a trailer on it, and what appears to be is just.
But we were
in that cab.
At Walmart at work.
Cold-plated.
Someone stole. It was the Mountain Dew truck. They stole the Mountain Dew truck, and it was a guy who had just gotten out of jail. Like a week or something before, that weekend before. You know, the Mountain Dew guy went in, Coca-Cola, I guess it was. He came in, he was inside. They went to open the door. And, well, the guy, I was on the GM side. We were doing a back load, bringing pallets to the door. And all the other doors are over here where the truck's back in. I see his truck just drive on off. I waved at the guy and everything because I normally wave at the drivers. And then I look over and I see the door to that bay open up, and there are two people there standing looking like, where's the truck at? Wait a minute. Now I hear over the radio, hey, they stole our truck. Like, no.
I'm going to bring up some tech on the screen so you guys can follow along. But we'll keep an eye on this pursuit. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me.
It looks like police are pretty close to this suspect.
So that was pretty
pretty
interesting.
The freeway isn't as packed as one would expect around this time of the morning, although he did get off.
Yeah,
happened right in front of me.
Really
I didn't have a clue.
That big rig, like I said,
open the doors and you're like, hey, they just drove off with your truck. That's exactly what happened. I saw them over there, and I was about to ask them if they were having issues, because that door that that bay door they were at, I know that they were having issues with that door. I'm like, yeah, even waved bye to them. Yeah, that's it. I did. The guy just drove off. He wasn't speeding or anything. It's just nothing seemed weird about him driving off. Because we get trucks come and go there at like 4, 5, 6 in the morning. It's like nothing out of the ordinary there, except that it left with the wrong driver in it.
Making a left turn right there. And again, does this guy know where he's going? Who knows? That is the big question. But at least he's keeping those speeds relatively slow. That truck without a
they did catch the guy, obviously. It had a load of cola, soda in it, because we were one of their first stops. So it had a bunch of soda in it.
Getting into the 50-mile-an-hour mark on surface streets. This stuff really does bother me. It scares me. That big truck.
It's a semi-trailer behind it.
Might be able to stop quickly, but if it does collide,
nothing was weird about him driving off except the fact it wasn't his truck, right? Well, I couldn't tell. I was in and out, running in and out of the building. I came out. I saw a truck just drive off. I just waved at the guy. I always wave at the drivers. That was nothing weird either. I couldn't see who was driving it. It was, 5:30, 6 o'clock, somewhere there. It was dark yet.
PD, that black and white that was in that one intersection right there, keeping the public safe. That is the biggest.
Couldn't really see in the truck. I saw the lights.
That is what is number one on their list. Yes, apprehending the suspect is definitely there, probably on the top 3, but keeping the public safe, definitely going to be that number one on the list. And other law enforcement agencies, they do what they can to assist.
In the morning, 5:30 in the morning.
If in this case,
dark.
Fontana PD
morning.
is saying, hey, we don't need anybody's help right now. I'm sure now that they're on surface streets, they're probably taking just about any kind of help that they can get. Look at this intersection. Almost coming to a complete stop, which is
yeah,
a good thing.
I want to see them try and pit maneuver this one.
This isn't a pickup truck. This isn't a car.
You waved at the guy that stole the truck instead of stopping him. I know, Dan. Terrible, ain't it? I did the wrong thing. I didn't have a clue.
And now that I say it, it looks like there may be somebody in the passenger seat as well. Oh, there's definitely somebody in the
Yeah, there's someone in the passenger seat. That looks like a pair of jeans. Yeah, there is.
Is someone in the middle too? Or is that kind of a... Can't tell. Okay, well, there's definitely two people.
Definitely two people indeed. And I almost thought maybe this guy's putting a cassette in there, but then I thought, wait a minute, this is 2025. Nobody has a cassette player anymore. Yeah, but at any rate, definitely some activity going on between that passenger and the driver. Hopefully that passenger's doing the, hey, maybe we should just pull over and bring this to an end. Hopefully that's what the conversation is.
This one's getting closer to your house? Oh, really?
Now we're going to we have been basically staying in a southbound, southbound direction. So we're going to keep on moving. Hopefully he doesn't.
You recognize the area then.
It's going to be tough for us to keep up because that Disney does definitely have that TFR policy up where we cannot enter, and it'll make it very difficult for us. But right now, we're continuing on speeds. Safe, let's call it that right now. But Fontana PD, they've got the task of bringing this thing to a stop safely, but it definitely looks like it's not just one officer. It's one officer, and he brought a lot of his friends along. And of course, when this comes to an end, if they want it or not, whatever jurisdiction we're in, I have a feeling we're going to see a number of other officers from that jurisdiction joining in, especially if there's a foot chase or some kind of other situation.
Garden Grove.
Right turn right there, joining some traffic. And it looks like
Garden Grove, there it is. Yeah, Garden Grove.
Out of that Disney TFR, but the pursuit continuing, and of course Fontana PD. How are they going to stop this thing? You can't really pit it. Then it's not just because of the size; it's because where are you going to make contact? You know, it's going to be very difficult if you hit those wheels. It's probably not going to help the cruiser. So how are you going to pit this thing? It's going to be an interesting thing indeed. As far as spike strips go, they're going to need some kind of at least interagency help if they're going to throw some spike strips down. So far, Fontana PD not asking for any help.
Yeah, what are the options really? I was just thinking that would spike strips even work on something of this magnitude?
Because it's so big. There's 10 tires there. Also, a lot of these big rigs have different types of communication. I mean, back in the day, what do you call it? The CB radios, right? Hand radios. Nowadays, scanners, perhaps ways of talking to each other on the road. I wonder if it's equipped with that and other drivers out there. There you see another big rig right there, not carrying a trailer. I wonder if they could all hear each other and talk to each other.
I doubt they're helping them.
I venture to say that there might still be some sign of CBs in there. That the Citizen Band, that's what CB stands for. I would venture to say they might have something a little bit more modern, and I'm being very serious about that. I do have a couple truck driver friends. I should really ask them if they're not texting me already, listening to me, because I know that they have a lot of tech in those new trucks.
They do have different types of radios. It's not all just CB.
The only reason I say that, it doesn't have a sleeper on the back. So, but those long-haul truckers, they definitely have a lot of ways of communicating. It does get boring out there, and of course, help is always just a call away if something happens and you're in a desolate area. Right now, though, that's not really the topic that we should be talking about. But that officer, this one right there, that one that's right behind him, you saw him. He got out of his truck, and he was ready to maybe even just walk up to the door. And then the light changed, and then the truck was bad. The big rig was back on the go. Other officers, I did see a K9 unit back there. That's probably if this becomes more of a standoff and or some kind of foot pursuit at the end. But two people in that truck, we know that for a fact. The driver and a passenger. What they're talking about, what the plan is. You know what? I'm going to go with there is no plan. They're just driving right now. Fontana PD, they've got to come up with the plan on how they're going to bring this thing to a stop safely.
So Stu, a couple things. One, I don't see any kind of label or brand or anything on that.
Sure do. My father was a trucker with all the CB and stuff, radios. Yeah.
Yes, most definitely. And it does look a little
my dad
newer.
drove semi for years. He still has a CDL.
On big rigs, but this cab definitely looks newer. There doesn't seem to be
every now and then he'll go run grain for some of the farmers when they're harvest season.
Again, I'm saying possibly because the license plate doesn't match.
That's an easy way to make a little make a few bucks.
We can make some money on this. Getting a little bit better look at that passenger right now. They got the window down. Definitely, maybe they're trying to feel a little less.
I probably ought to go try and get my CDL. I don't know.
Continuing, and again, I'm just going to try to get a better look right there, making a little bit of an erratic turn. Probably, I don't know what that was about. Oh, wrong side of the road. Oh, because of the traffic.
It's all the other drivers that make it difficult. It's just like driving a motorcycle. It's all the other drivers that are the problem.
Get a little bit more of a feel about what's going on inside that cab. Is there a heated discussion? It looks like we might be turning back onto the freeway. There's an on-ramp right there. Could be doing it. And it looks like we're getting back onto the freeway.
I was just going to...
That's disabled.
I was going to ask you is, I haven't seen, I don't know if you can tell...
That's why he
police units, but now we're back.
Oh,
on the
drive
freeway in
cross
front of
country.
the
Now
town.
that's long haul
That's
trucking.
different
That's
now.
a
We can
different
back on
beast.
that
Yeah,
route.
Dad's was he
Well, they have
well
an
he
opportunity to get
used to
back on
work
the
for
freeway.
farmers,
Take
and
a look
then
here. This is a
grain
long
elevator,
line. They
local
actually have
grain
a-
elevator,
No,
picked him up.
just get
Like
back on the freeway.
they really
Just,
picked
we'll
him
take a
up,
peek
Brandon.
here
They
in a second. No, they don't
Dad
usually put the
was
officer
going
in
through
front of
there
the vehicle.
one
I've
day,
actually
and
wondered about that as well. Maybe like doing a
the
road,
boss saw him, and
roadblock or
he's
something
just
with
like,
a number of
I like
officers,
that
and just
guy.
kinda
You know,
slow
this
down in
Dad
front
said
of
this
it.
guy would
Give it
just
a wait
hire
now,
and
wait to
fire
get
people.
around. But,
You know, if he
this is
didn't
kind
like
of
it,
another
you
one
were
where they,
gone, sort of deal. Like
policy,
he's
they
fired. He
follow
had
that
fired
because it
entire
puts
crews
officers
because he wasn't
at
happy with
risk,
how they
and
were
actually
working.
sets up a situation where
He saw
the
Dad
suspect
comes through the
actually
elevator, and
has
he's like,
to,
I want
you know,
that guy.
become the
So he
legal
called.
issue,
He
and
found
it
out
just-
where
so
where Dad
just
was
stay away
working.
from that, the rolling,
And Dad was like
roadblock idea.
out
But
in a
between you and I still
doing
think
some,
that,
you know, he had manure all over him and everything else.
this to
The farmer's wife was like, all right, I need you to come in
maybe
here.
something
You got a
else with
phone
it.
call. He's
Right
just like, I
now,
got a
back
phone
onto the
call. And
91,
this guy's like,
at least we're
I got a job for you. And my dad's like, I got a job. I'm like, no, I mean a real job. So he's like, I want you here Monday. You know, it's just like, but I've got a job. I was like, okay. And then Dad went in there and he got a job, and he was there for, gosh, 12, 15 years. I don't quite remember how many years he was there. He was there for a good while.
A number of vehicles, one of them a canine, probably there for when this comes to an end. They might have to use the dog, maybe to help talk that person out of the cab, or those two people out of the cab, or if it becomes a foot chase, that dog might actually be able to help chase.
It was kind of one of those almost
We
hired
don't
on
know,
the
of
spot
course,
kind of
who's
things,
driving,
and then
who's behind the wheel, who the passenger
well,
is at
he
this point,
stayed
or
there
their
for
relation to each
quite a
other, if
while.
any. But it looks like whoever is driving does have some expertise, because the level of skill in maneuvering that big vehicle, that cab, that truck, it's pretty smooth. You do need
Very
a
smooth
certain
indeed, and
license
actually
for this.
Definitely, and you know, and of course, excellent observation. Definitely, that driver relaxed. Look at that hand movement right there. He actually was like peeking out the window.
I mean,
Maybe
they drive
they're watching us
easy.
right
You
now
just gotta.
on
It's
the app, and if
you
they
could.
are, just pull over
You
before
can
somebody
go
gets hurt. That's just
with a
easy
normal
fun.
driver's
But
license driving an
definitely, you can see
RV
that
around.
relaxed movement down there, how he's handling that steering wheel, is swinging it around. So
It's
that's
about 3
definitely
miles from
where
your
we
house.
are.
It's
We're
getting
off the freeway
close.
already. That's one of the reasons why we shouldn't stay so tight all the time. We kind of lose track about where we are. Fontana PD, though, they don't find this as interesting. They just want to bring this thing to an end. And, of course, there's right behind it lights and sirens. At least it's giving the public a heads up that this is going on. And, of course, you know what? They have the opportunity to basically ask for help at any time. That helicopter that just went by, I believe that's going to be for 40 King, and that's going to be the Sheriff's Department. And we are actually being told that we have to hang for a second because we're getting into Fullerton's airspace. They're holding us right now, but we'll be able to keep, hopefully we'll be able to keep an eye on it. And it does seem like we are starting to move a little bit forward. Dylan's at the tiller today. Believe me, he is as interested in staying with this as probably everybody watching, and me, of course. But we're going to do what we can to stay with it. And right now, waiting for Fullerton to say you're clear to cross. And those are the magic words we're waiting for the tower. But as far as that pursuit's going, look at those speeds. Those are relatively slow. And that is a huge plus indeed. And, of course, now in the Garden Grove area, I just got to wonder if every
Cross Street's
agency is
Brookhurst.
asking them, hey, do you guys want our help? And they're turning them down every one, or if maybe they just stopped offering because they know that they've been turned down so many times before. And now we are moving.
Well, it
So,
says
Stu,
says
just
South
for people who are
Brookhurst
just
and West.
joining us, let's set the scene and talk about what happened when we joined the coverage and what we know so far.
Okay, copy that. And you know what? I just want to be clear because I actually know some of these people. It's actually Duke
we
One
just
that's
turned
over
off of it.
right now. 40 King went back to
We're on
San
Cedar.
Bernardino. I was a little confused by the paint job, but it is Duke One. That's going to be the Orange County Sheriff's Department. My buddy Tim might be flying right now, but at any rate, that's the agency that's over it. What's been going on? How did this start for the people that are just joining us? Well, that is a big rig, clearly, without a trailer. This started out in the Fontana area. Now, the original reason reason for the stop was the license plate did not match the vehicle. An officer, for some reason, was like just running the plate, kind of curious about what was going on possibly, and it didn't come back to that truck, so they turned on their lights and sirens, and the pursuit was on. That big rig failing to stop. Got onto the freeways pretty quick. It was on the 15 for some time, got onto the 60 westbound, and then it basically, we picked it up right about the 57, just south of the 60. This pursuit on the freeway for some time. No collisions. That driver seems to be very calm and very about what is going on. Doesn't seem to be stressed about any of that driving. We did figure out that there is a passenger inside there. Can't really make out male or female, but definitely another person inside that truck. We did see some communications between the two, like them handing stuff back and forth. So not really sure what the whole thing is. Is this a stolen vehicle and they just put the wrong plates on it? What was going on? Why did the why aren't they stopping? But right now, I'm just telling you, we are made our way from the freeways onto surface streets. Those speeds, they continue to be relatively slow, and that is a positive. Some people might be saying, well, how fast can that thing go? I can tell you for a fact that that truck without a trailer probably could be going 80 miles an hour on these roads. He is not, and that is a huge plus. Fontana PD, they've got a number of officers there, and if you didn't catch it on earlier on, they've had offers. They've had offers from the California Highway Patrol. They've had offers from some other these smaller departments when we were in Fullerton, per se, saying, hey, we can assist, and they basically said, no, thank you, we got this. So how are they going to bring this thing to a stop? Well, spike strips, I don't think they're going to be able to get ahead of it and use the spike strips.
It's not going to run out of fuel.
We don't really know where it's going.
They're not going to run that one out of fuel unless he was low to start with, which I doubt.
Take a look back there. You have nothing really that bumper can grab hold of and kind of push that truck around. You've just got those tires, and I can tell you, if that bumper, that push bumper, comes in contact with those moving wheels, it's going to lift. It's going to lift that PD vehicle up. So how do they stop it? They have to wait for an opportunity. Maybe they'll run out of fuel. If those tanks are full, this thing could be going for hours, literally, maybe even a day. But right now, we're in the Anaheim Garden Grove area. Still very slow speeds, but we saw it. All three of us, we all saw it. Well, four. Dylan's here as well. But we've all seen it. It is, he has run red lights, made crazy illegal turns. Driven on the emergency.
This has been kind of a boring one. I think I'm going to skip ahead a little bit and see if anything interesting happens, guys. Oh.
Looking for an opportunity. They saying, oh, you know what, maybe if we pull in here or go over there, we can jump out of the
I don't mean to burst the bubble, but I want some excitement. I'm starting to get a little bored.
And coming to a stop.
Okay.
Maybe out of fuel.
Coming out.
No, he just
something.
Threw a bottle out.
No. What did he drop there? What was that? Just a water bottle? Maybe a can of beer? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what was going on. But they definitely, like I said, they brought the dog, tails wagging. Let's see. I know the passenger side window is open, and I have no idea why this person came to a stop and picked this location right here. Let's get a little wider. Maybe we can figure it out.
I was going to tell you to skip to. Okay, yeah, we'll skip to the good parts then, guys. It's getting late. We'll skip ahead to anywhere that looks good. It was kind of fun watching the whole thing earlier, but we'll get to the meat and potatoes of it.
Like that. I mean,
that's one positive of not watching it live. We can go to what we want to see.
What was all crazy? Why? Looking, I can definitely the guy, that person. That's what get behind it. Still definitely
About pure.
If you guys are getting bored with something, let me know. I'll sit through a lot for you, but
I think it's where it's going to be. Might be.
I guess it looks like they're not really going to try anything, huh?
Armored vehicle. This is like a real.
Oh, here we go.
Vehicle. Boy, I hope we do a story on what those things can do and what they.
Here we go. Now it got interesting.
There you go. That's how the game is going to change. Now he or she behind the wheel of that armored vehicle, they might be able to do another pit maneuver, and they might be able to spin this thing around. And then, of course, it's how do you block it in? He's got to. It's still not. It's not a done deal. That is for sure. But definitely a game changer.
Well, I mean, things I feel as though escalated as far as GDLA Plus right now. Our viewers from Channel 13.
Oh, they did try a pit maneuver. I want to see what they pit maneuvered with. I want to see how that went.
And we've been watching this since about 10:15 or so. Stu up in
Leaking
Sky
fuel.
Fox giving us a play-by-play. As I was saying, I stopped to welcome all of you, but what we were watching was this attempted pit maneuver with a SWAT vehicle, which is something we don't see often, but obviously we're dealing with the cab there, a tractor trailer there, and it's a big, heavy vehicle, so they can't just use a regular police vehicle to attempt a pit maneuver. It does appear, as we take a closer look, Stu, that some damage...
Armored vehicle. This is like a real serious armored vehicle. Boy, I hope we do a story on what those things can do and what they can handle. Following behind him and just it's called basically tracking mode. That's what they call it. Just kind of track this big rig to some point and make.
Okay, he still has both tanks. Still has both tanks. I want to see his pit maneuver, or attempted.
His pattern and any of the original want as well. Stu, I asked you earlier about some.
Is that the buddy again?
Communicatively, the
What?
original want as well. Stu, I asked you earlier about some.
Is that the buddy again?
Communication.
Did he just try to steal a bike?
Look at that. Oh, it's Orange Lady. It's Orange Lady.
Oh, there they go.
And he took something from that car.
Off the roof.
Right.
Whoa!
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
You wondered how they were going to pit it?
We didn't
There
see
you
that
go.
coming.
That's how they're going to do it. Woo! Where did that come from? Whoa, sweet David Stink. Did you see that? Now that's going to be probably the Orange County. Let me see what agency that is. I believe either it's LAPD or Orange County. But boy, the game has changed, hasn't it? No more of those little cruisers. Now we got the big boys in here. Definitely SWAT. There's no doubt about that. And I'm kind of venturing to say, and now we're seeing it.
But
like that
it
big
didn't
rig.
do much.
Now he's driving.
It's still going.
It didn't do much.
No.
And that was a hard hit, too. That was a hard hit right to the side. And that's kind of what I was saying.
See often, but obviously things definitely changed. This changed the game.
Like there it is. You can see like right there where he made
Oh,
that
yeah.
turn. So it's definitely splashing. This other vehicle right here, that's probably going to be some other SWAT officers that are probably going to be there to assist as this thing definitely comes to an end. Now, you know, this is the thing also. Now we're leaking fuel.
Wow, they had to bring the
is
SWAT
this
out
gonna
for
be
this
enough
one.
to stall out that engine. Is it going to be enough? His driving definitely picked up.
Now it got interesting, guys.
Definitely picked up. The speeds, everything. So yes, it definitely changed the game. That driver of the Bearcat, that's the official name or the brand of the armored vehicle, definitely did an amazing job. And took me by surprise. I'll tell you that. I didn't see that coming. But right now, the pursuit definitely continuing, and now we're back into that same neighborhood. And again, orange shirt. I'm not sure if that was the same orange shirt, but I think it was. I'm not 100%. So there must be some connection over here,
Right.
be it just, you know, they know each other or something. But there's definitely a passenger in there as well. So we don't, like you said, don't know any of the relationships, don't know who's who, and we don't know the players, but we do know some of these players. And that armored vehicle, that can do another pit maneuver. Is he going to have that opportunity? Hopefully soon. We'll see what happens out here. But that definitely changed up the game. Fontana PD seems to have fallen back a little bit. Busy street out here. Busy street. Busy street.
Yeah.
And it's running. It's going through a
Oh,
red light.
the
What do we got?
passenger opening
Doors
its
open.
door.
What's he? Yeah. Was he going to jump out? What's the plan here?
Well-
And of course, check out the.
Oh,
we're
here
going
we
to get in
go.
front. Yep.
Blocking
Yep.
him in.
And there's some of the other SWAT team.
Wow.
Yep. Just
There
going
you
to
go.
box him in.
This is the closest
I gotta wonder.
I've seen.
I gotta wonder if this thing just ran out of fuel or if he just kind of changed his mind. But boy, I tell you, having some weapons pointed at you is going to change your attitude. Check him out.
I got him.
Yeah,
With-
hands
with
up,
cell
like
phone
right
in
out
hand.
the box.
Do you see the cell
I
phone
like
in
that.
there?
That guy's got his gun. You know, he just popped
Yeah,
out of the top of it.
definitely.
Yeah, he's got
Maybe
great.
he's recording. Who knows? But the driver, we're going to kind of make a turn, see if we can get back over to the other side. We're not up here by ourselves. But at any rate, you can see law enforcement really rolling in here. I thought Fontana PD backed off, but boy, oh boy. And there's a lot of guns down there and a lot of bullets. I hope nobody gets hurt. But right now, the driver, we don't know if that door is open. We don't know if he can open the door. Yeah, door's definitely opening. There you go. You can see the mirror. So the driver and passenger stepping out, and and the dog ready to go if needed. So we'll see what happens. And, you know, go ahead.
It's interesting to see the tactic, very different tactics after all these pursuits that we've seen. This time, law enforcement going straight in, straight up to the cab, not giving space, not letting these people do anything in terms of giving them space. So these law enforcement officials went straight up. The driver backing up now, arms up, out of the cab. They're going to make the arrest.
All right, they got him.
And you know, it's all policy. It's all policy. And you know, policies can change in some places just between divisions. You might, you know, CHP. I can tell you, when it's CHP Ventura, those guys are still cowboys out there, and they will bring a pursuit to an end quickly. But the ones in the valley, they have a different policy, and they have to follow their rules. But you know what? You're right, and an excellent observation once again. Definitely different type of policy. This guy in custody, and like you said, they don't play around. The armored truck came around really quick, blocked it in. That turret guy jumped out. With the
yeah, I like that.
And,
He had the high ground.
you know, this is the thing too. I am sure he is waiting for the command to get down off of the truck and basically get taken into custody.
Doing more. Well, we did one at the beginning, Brandon.
He's actually waiting for permission. That is what's going on.
What? Hold on. I gotta see the Winnebago get banged up. Oh, we got no voiceover. What a
Southern
getaway.
California, you are watching yet another pursuit. This is one I have never seen before. An RV stolen. Fox 11 News coverage.
He about rolled the thing over.
Vehicles there. All right. When you
Or
think
got
you've
on
seen it
two
all
wheels
in
with
Southern
that one.
California, apparently you haven't. So I'm going to go ahead and share this.
Usually after a while, the voice.
page.
Okay, it's here, Dan.
I'm Christine Devine here at Fox 11.
I like having the voice. I need some extra commentary.
Oh, wow. This
I can
guy
only
is
do so
driving
much.
So dangerously, yes, in an RV, blowing through lights and stop signs, nearly hitting several cars here. We are in the Northridge area as we watch this. Looks to be a high-speed pursuit with an RV. So let me try to get
Ooh, boy,
Jeff,
he's
guys, so I can share
swerving
the
around.
conversation with you as you all weigh in here as we cover this pursuit here live on Fox 11 on the web as we share.
See,
in
now
the
this one's a bit
conversation.
more
Look at
exciting to
those
watch.
speeds there.
He's
Who knew,
booking
right?
it with this
Look at
thing.
those speeds there in that stolen RV. Okay, found you guys on my cell phone here to be able to connect with you all. Okay, got you up here. All right.
I'm gonna try to lose him in the parking lot.
Thank you to the 5,000 plus viewers who've joined us on this crazy, bizarre. Look at the turn. Look at the way this guy is driving
Jeez.
this RV. The question for me now is: are there others on board? Okay, look at, is that fuel pouring out there? Anybody know RVs?
The
know what was
exact
pouring
same
out there?
RV my wife's parents had. Whoa!
So let's see. We're in some kind of parking lot. Okay, is this suspect going to bring this pursuit to a close?
I
The
think he's
answer
gonna
would
roll the
be
thing.
no.
Ooh, he hit the
Okay,
tree.
crashed into the curb there. Did some damage to that RV. The front windshield appears to be out, broken, and yet the driver drives on. Okay, this is definitely one of the craziest pursuits I have seen in my days covering pursuits. Police are on this, Hendricks. Police are definitely on this. In the wider shot, you can see police right there on the trail. Problem is, can you imagine doing a pit maneuver on an RV? That seems to be insane. Okay, watch how this guy is dangerous. He doesn't care about other motorists, does not care about other vehicles, blowing through lights. A couple of cars have come to like almost like a screeching halt there as this guy's turned in front of them. So we are continuing to watch this here at Fox 11. We thank you for joining us as we watch one of the more bizarre pursuits here. Oscar, can you give me a location? I'm going to talk to our web team, Oscar, here, and see if he wants to give me a location.
That's a new one. I haven't seen an
Still in the
RV
area.
booking
Okay.
it like that.
So I'm going to share this.
Woo! Getting close. Oh, is he going to clear it? Just
Okay,
barely.
Crossing several lanes. I think, are you guys with me thinking who knew that an RV could travel like this? High speed-ish.
Leaving
pursuit
bits
here
and bobs
with the damage
everywhere.
To the whole side, look at the damage there to the side of that.
He's going to
RV.
pop that tire if he hasn't already. Is that tire popped?
Hit the curb there. Kirsten, mine's not freezing up. Anybody else? Yeah, Barbara, I'm with you. This driver thinks he's going to get away. Yeah, I don't think that's the issue here. The
I
question
think
to
that
me
tire
is
might be
safety of
flat.
others.
Something looks
Look
off
at-
about it.
Parts of the vehicle are literally falling off as he drives. Look at the wheel there on the right-hand side.
Or maybe it got warped.
So I'm seeing our signal here clear. I'm not sure, perhaps, I know a few of you are saying that
You
you're seeing
barely
a
see
broken
out of that
signal.
window.
My signal's coming through loud and clear here, guys. Sorry about that on your end. Okay, all right. He
No, it's
slams
got
on
air in
brakes.
it.
All right, is this driver, it puts it in reverse? Are you kidding me? Oh, took the corner too quickly. All right, decided not to take that the turn there.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
We'll look up a
The
motorcycle
RV
one after
in
this, Brandon.
reverse. Continue going straight down, perhaps.
Unless you
another
guys are going to
street.
bed.
Uh,
I want to see this one out. This is pretty cool.
Oh no. Oh, that breaks my heart as we look and see. Look at the dog sticking his head out the window.
Oh
there.
no, he's got a dog in there too.
This is, that breaks my heart because you don't want anything to happen to anybody on the street there, and we love our animals so much. This breaks my heart. So the guy is driving.
Oh yeah,
with
yeah,
the
that
dog
tire's
on the
definitely
driver's-
done.
Oh wow. Almost just got hit there. So as the vehicle is literally falling apart, parts falling off as he drives, we have this driver continuing to drive with the dog either in his lap to the left side of him,
Breaking Bad.
head hanging
Yeah,
out the
Breaking
window.
Bad.
Have you
Isn't
seen
that
anything
the
like
the
this?
drug one? I haven't seen it, but isn't that? Don't they not go on to bed? It's
Yeah,
Friday
so it's
night.
stolen.
Probably gonna
Obviously, this is
go on the
somebody's
seas.
vehicle.
Okay, all
Look
right.
at the way this
Not going to
driver is
bed. All right.
crossing those
We'll look
yellow
up a
lines
motorcycle
there
one
to
after
get
this
around
gets
cars.
done, and then I'm gonna
You just
call
have
it
to
for
wonder how
tonight.
This one is going to end. You have to wonder. Trying to get a feel for the speeds here of this vehicle
This is pretty wild.
as, oh gosh, look at the way, I can't believe that vehicle is still going with that wheel there on the right. It looks like it's about to fall off. I could be wrong, but doesn't look like it's in good shape at all.
I think it had air in it earlier when he backed up. It didn't look
Gutierrez, you're
flat.
asking how
but
long this chase will take?
Definitely.
Meaning,
It might
how
be
long will
now.
this chase last? That's a darn good question. I mean, this driver is doing.
Hi,
whatever he
Fallen.
can
Yeah,
to
we're
avoid
about
police,
done here. He's
blowing through lights.
look at this one. he hit a curb and hit some trees and smashed this whole front end in. There's apparently a dog running around in that thing. It was up on the dash.
Insane.
It's a mess.
Hang on, guys. Yes, I'm with you, Leroy. I thought I'd seen it all as well. Apparently, we've not seen it all. Yet another
Woo,
wild,
he's
bizarre,
turning.
crazy pursuit in Southern California. Police there right behind this guy. There you go. They're in that shot there, that wider shot. You saw the police vehicle right behind them. A pit maneuver, that's got to be out of the question. Spike strip, wow. Gosh, high
You
rate of
gotta
speed there.
figure out how to get in front of him. He's moving so fast.
So I am with you.
See, with
This
a Harley, not a
is
street
the
bike. All
first
right,
pursuit of an RV that I have seen as well.
we can find one.
And I mean, with the damage there to this vehicle, the dog in the driver's side, sitting on the driver's lap, that makes it
That new
so much more
short
crazy.
It's got near
I'm
1K
with
views.
you.
All
Person
right.
thinks they can get away, but here's my question: is somebody
Woo!
gonna get hurt? Look at the dog. Look at the dog bouncing there. Oh, oh God! You'd think this was some kind of crazy movie. Am I right? It's not. It's not. This is Southern California. In Tarzana now.
They're on top. I'm coming up on Victory Boulevard.
You should jump on with me.
Oh no, this
All
is
right,
not going to end well for that
our
dog,
Kevin
is it?
Takumi joining me here on our live Facebook look at this wild pursuit. And
This
Kevin,
guy's
you have a
dear.
better
Oh, dog
feel
jumped
for it.
out.
Oh my God!
Dog
more
jumped
cars.
out.
What happened there? What happened there? Okay, so he came to a stop. Look at this wild.
Look
pursuit.
at that.
Kevin, you have
That
a
dog's
better
out.
look.
That
Oh my
dog
God,
is
more
out.
parts. What happened there? What happened there? Okay, so he came to a stop.
I think he might have ran it over.
I think the dog might have jumped out.
Yeah, we'll find one with a Harley.
It looked as if either something fell off the vehicle or you, Kevin, think. I mean, I didn't see a
Possibly
dog running.
The dog might have. They're looking for it now. The dog might have jumped out of the vehicle
Yeah. Okay.
because he came to
Right.
slow. Now they're going southbound at Winnetka. They're over by LA Valley.
Oh, he's stuck.
They're over by the college. So they're on Winnetka. He's backing up. He's trying to turn around at Winnetka. They're Winnetka and Victory.
Wow.
Now
Wow.
he's
So
going
many
back.
close calls.
Back eastbound on Victory.
So, Kevin, you and I have covered a number of pursuits together. I've never seen an RV pursuit.
No, we haven't. We've seen U-Haul pursuits and some larger vehicles. Okay, he's now running through
Oh,
the middle
wow.
now.
Woo!
Back
Wow.
out.
I mean,
Okay, just
boy.
Most of my
Okay,
recent ones
so-
haven't
so
done
our-
well.
our
Yeah,
team
shorts
Oscar
are
on the web is
weird.
saying,
They
well,
either
Oscar's
take
not
off
here. The dog
really
is there.
good
Another dog?
or
another dog.
they don't. It's a very hit or miss
Got the
situation,
dog,
Colin.
The dog jumped out, got out. He stopped.
Isn't
Okay.
that a different dog? That's a
No,
black
no.
dog.
So what we
Okay.
did is we went back to look at this live pursuit with our web team just seconds ago, and Oscar's telling us that the dog did either jump or fall out of the vehicle. You saw the driver slam on the brakes and then get the dog back in the RV.
How do you get the dog back in the RV? Does that have a door on the side?
Through the, I guess we'd call this back into the Tarzana area here.
Some of those RVs have an entry door on the side. but I don't know if that one would.
What kind of rate of speed do you think this guy's going
Yeah,
at?
we're doing about 60 miles an hour, making. Now he's
Oh my
making a
gosh.
south.
Okay, it does. It does. It's got a door on the
No,
side.
It's going to be probably just water from water tanks that are inside the RV there. So it's not gasoline or anything like that. So it's campers usually carry a certain amount of drinkable water
I mean,
on board.
look at
so,
that vehicle. Look at that vehicle. That is insane. I
yeah,
mean,
it hit the tree in the parking lot.
yeah, Araceli, what you're saying in capital letters, crazy. I'm just praying, Kevin, nobody gets hurt. Look at the way this guy's driving, the high rate of speed. Luckily, an open stretch here, but several close calls with cars.
Yeah, surprisingly, it hasn't rolled over at this point too, because it's taken a lot of those turns at very high speeds. Now,
Yeah,
still
Jeff,
moving
what you
southbound
said. Go ahead, Kevin.
on Corbin here, and you can see there's not a lot of traffic luckily at this time, but there have been a lot of close calls here. Just passing underneath. the
Ooh,
101.
he
Oh, we just
nicked
hit
it.
another car right there.
Oh my
Just car
gosh.
came in
Oh,
off
wow.
of the off ramp
Wow.
there,
Oh, wow.
and
So it's completely. They're still
Okay.
going here.
Wow.
There was a car that was coming off of the
Oh, the
101
dog.
freeway.
Oh gosh.
The dog still.
Yeah, it's
back
got
in the
an entry
vehicle
door on
hanging
it.
On there, the whole right side you can see.
Some do,
right
some
side,
don't.
Front side steering is blown out, not just by the tree, and also by the car that ran into them coming off of the 101 freeway.
Well, no, I guess I'm thinking more of a bus. I guess all RVs
So
have
as
a
we're watching
entry
this,
door
we
for
just
the
saw
driver.
the first crash with this RV, where this RV
I'm thinking more of a
crashed
flat
into
nose.
a car. Kevin, could you get a feel for perhaps how bad that crash was?
Well, hopefully the driver of that vehicle is okay. I mean, it was a broadside right into it, but it wasn't.
Oh, now that
we
one
just
was
hit
a.
another car. It looked like there was.
Oh,
was
darn
possibly another car
trees!
that was either
He
backing
would
out
hit one right
of
where
that,
the.
driveway you see right there, but he hit that car broadside.
Oh, the dog is in the street there. Okay,
Okay,
so
yeah,
the suspect running.
out running, and the dog's going with.
Oh,
Looks
Is
like
it
a
a woman?
female suspect.
Oh, my
Looks like
gosh.
it's a female suspect
Oh, my
and
gosh.
the dog. She's going.
whoever
through
lives
the
in this house,
neighborhoods
lock
here.
your doors. All right.
Okay, CHP. She's trying to climb the gate. Okay, CHP
Oh, wow.
officers are now pulling her down.
The dog was with her. All right, so you have what appears to be a suspect down. They're putting the cuffs there on her right there. She was doing everything she could to get away, trying to jump over a fence onto somebody's property. That crash there, another vehicle you say, right, Kevin? That vehicle, the RV crashed into a car?
It crashed into a car, and then it went up on and then ended up on top of the front sidewalk right there in front of that home.
Yeah, John, I'm with you. Not funny
Was
at
it a
all.
parked
it was
car or
a
a
crazy pursuit to begin with.
Driving
But see this
car, that
driver
was the
at-
part I
going at all
missed.
lengths to get away from law enforcement with that dog.
No, it
is
did. My
something that
ex-wife
we have never seen before. There's
Oh,
the
for a
dog. There's
fact,
the dog calmly,
Bundy.
watching what's happening here. Okay, there's the look at that crash there.
Ex-wife, gotcha.
You can
Hopefully
see it took the
everyone's
back
okay.
end of that car off. It looked like that car was backing out of the driveway. You can see the driver of that vehicle
A little shaken up.
possibly hurt. It was backing out of the driveway when the motorhome hit it on the back side there and spun it around.
Ooh, he's hurting.
All right.
That-
so
that-
the driver
that
obviously
is,
able
uh,
to get out of the vehicle on his own, probably waiting there for law enforcement or some help to come. Perhaps
He's hurt.
somebody else is in that home because you see a lot of cars there. Perhaps somebody heard the crash and can come give some aid to this man.
Officers have probably they have put out a call for paramedics, not for just for this one, but the other call as well at the 101.
Well, you can just hope that people weren't hurt too badly, but the high rate of speed there in which that car was hit, obviously that man hurt in some way, but hopefully not too badly. Okay, so you have to give some credit to police there for getting that woman from jumping that wall, that fence there, and getting onto that property.
Yeah, they quickly took her into custody. They were right behind her, went in for pursuit. She only got a couple of houses down the street there. She was trying to climb that fence of the home you see where they are right now. And they were able to pull her off the fence and take her into custody. You can see LAPD airship just passing, going through. Looks like somebody's injured. There's some blood on the ground. I don't know if it's the dog or if it's the woman at this point. It could have been the dog. Might have been thrown from the RV again when it looks like it might be the dog, because the dog's paw is kind of limping on it and holding it off there. So it looks like the dog's paw might have been hurt, probably when it was thrown from the vehicle.
This might be the second dog. The first dog jumped out and then ran towards the
Right, because the other dog was
Okay.
brown. This one's black.
So-
The first dog.
Yeah, so we are getting
First dog on
clarification.
Victory
Yeah.
did run away from it when it jumped out of the vehicle on Victory.
All right, so clarification just coming in now from Oscar on our web team that there were indeed two dogs. All right, police there helping this gentleman who was in the car, the second car that was hit by this RV. So now we have the two dogs. One did get out when you saw that vehicle come to a screeching halt. So one dog did get out, and then a second dog was also in the vehicle. Okay. Wow. All right, so you got to think that paramedics would be here at any minute to render aid. Obviously, this man not feeling okay enough to get up. So we're going to go pan over now and perhaps take a look at the path of this pursuit.
Yeah, they're
and
looking
see where.
looking at the other vehicle.
Oh boy.
All right, so here is the first car that was hit. Look at the damage to the front end of that car. Hard to tell if there were more people in the vehicle besides the one driver. From this scene, obviously we had to leave the site of this crash as we went on to continue the pursuit, where we saw the second crash and then that suspect try to run and be taken into custody. But here is the scene of the first crash, and I'm just amazed that there weren't more vehicles hit the
There
way
were
this
a lot
woman
of
was
close
driving.
calls throughout the
Rewind
pursuit.
it a bit. Oh, what part did you want to see?
All right, and gold. Now,
A flat hurt. But on
What
the-
part did you want to see, Brandon?
man hurt in some way, but hopefully not too badly. Okay,
She was so
you
concerned.
have
At
to
least she
give
went
some
back
credit
and got
to
her
police
dog.
This was
on his own.
Oh, you want to see where she got the
waiting there
dog?
For law enforcement or some help to come. Perhaps somebody else is in that.
Oh, here's where she smashed Brandon.
With and dude here, gotcha. Cell phone here. Right. Crazy, bizarre. Look at the turn. Look at the way this guy is driving this RV.
Here's where the
Now
smash
is,
happens.
Are there others on board? Okay, look at, is that fuel pouring out there? Anybody know RVs to know what was pouring out there?
Yeah, about flipped it over right there.
We're in some kind of parking lot. Okay, is this suspect going to bring this pursuit to a close? The answer would be no.
Boom, right there.
Oh, okay. The curb there did some damage to that RV. The front windshield appears to be out, broken, and yet the driver drives on.
Let's see here. Where was this dog at? It.
All right. Continue going straight down perhaps a more major street.
Yeah, that is a different dog, isn't it?
Oh no. Oh, this breaks my heart. Is this? You don't want any so much. The driver's, falling off as he drives. As the vehicle is literally falling apart, either in his hanging out the window. Have you seen anything like this? Yeah, he's driving,
This is
crossing chapter
ridiculous.
1. Trying to get a feel for the speeds here of this vehicle. As
Don't rewind it.
gosh,
That's
look at the
late.
way- I can't believe that vehicle is still going with that.
Oh,
wheel there on the-
that's old. Oh, shoot. Okay.
This scenario, on the at the scene, the one dog from this scene is now in the hands of animal control, and Oscar, the second dog.
Do we get an answer on the second dog?
All right, second dog also with animal control, and you're saying was injured?
Yeah, the second dog was injured.
Was it? Yeah.
The first dog looked like he took a rough tumble.
Okay.
But ran off, and there was no signs of blood or anything left on the roadway. But
Okay.
video stops after the dog runs off screen, so we don't know if that dog was captured by anybody or if it's still running somewhere in the city.
All right, so the update from from Oscar here, who's giving us the update on the first dog. Remember, there were two dogs in this scenario. We're still trying to get information on the first dog because it either
You've been here the whole
jumped,
time. You've seen it
fell
all.
out,
Okay.
whatever, of the RV.
I might go out to my parents'
And
house
we're
tomorrow,
still waiting
Fallen.
to
I don't
get
know
the status of that
stream
dog
wise what I'm gonna do.
and where it is. Okay. So for those of you who are asking what happened, this
Well,
I might do something in the evening, but
Northridge Mall. It hit at that point. It hit a tree in the parking lot. So
ooh,
actually,
Hellcat
I'm
outruns
really gonna look
Chopper.
for the other dog real quick.
No, Brandon wants to see. We got one. I got one more.
They're looking at
in
the
me.
tree, and yeah, they're going.
We're
right
gonna look up.
Might be
You want
looking for the other
Harley?
dog and see if somebody picked up the other dog. So.
all right.
This one's a short one. This one's a short one. He's pushing it. Well, I mean, it looks like he's doing it. $92, $93. Oh, he's approaching 100. I don't think street bikes or motorcycles. I grew up with biker families. They all drive Harleys. I mean, even a moped's technically a motorcycle. I mean,
Hearing very unsteady with those high handlebars and very little.
oh, I just now started getting audio out of this.
That's about it. And he is really flying down the 91 freeway. Westbound 91
You guys hear that?
at Avalon Boulevard is where we are. A couple of CHP units right behind him here. You see another one with those lights off there. Now he's lighting them up. So several units in position. A little bit unusual here, especially for a motorcycle pursuit, but apparently there are other units up ahead of him as well. So they kind of have them surrounded. And if you notice there, they have that night sign. That is coming from California Highway Patrol.
Hey, how's it going?
Right. Actually, that's LA County Sheriff. LA County Sheriff overhead there with their airship and the night sun shining a light on this motorcyclist who is really taking a lot of unnecessary risks here. I mean, better for him if he just pulls over. Not sure how much gas he's got left in there. Hopefully not much, because at these speeds and the way he's wobbling around here as he weaves through traffic is just really, really dicey, especially at these speeds. Fortunately, traffic is only moderate, but still, it is a really dicey situation when you see somebody that unsteady on a motorcycle at these speeds with the adrenaline going through his body right now. CHP keeping up with him at now slowing down to about
So, what were we
70
calling you,
miles
Puff?
per hour, but still, it looks like he's starting to
Correct?
transition.
Is that
now
right, Puff?
onto-
I can't remember. I'm
Let's
getting
see, this is gonna be the,
starting to get to the point where I have too many people in here. I got to try and
going
keep
north, is
straight.
that southbound 110
Nicknames for
freeway. So, I'm
everybody.
sorry, transitioning off of the 91 onto the southbound Harbor Freeway there, slowing up a little bit, and now hugging that number one lane there on the 110 as he starts to pick up a little bit more speed, upwards of 80 miles per hour. CHP still right behind him with more than a couple of units in this pursuit. Again, LA County Sheriff calling out the shots from up above. Looks like he's taking another transition, possibly onto surface streets here.
Yeah, okay,
as
Puff,
he
right.
starts to slow down,
I just,
taking that transition road very fast.
oh, that's Dan right there.
It's
That
a-
Dan,
it's
Daniel
just a
Morphin.
matter of time before this guy gets hurt. If he continues driving like this, I don't know how much.
Yes, I did go to the chiropractor.
Frankly, especially, the way
She
he's
popped
driving.
me around.
Now
It's
he's transitioning off
she
of the
thinks
110,
3 or 4 more
getting onto
sessions
the
she might be able to get me
northbound
pop back
405,
where I need to
where
be.
there is a little
So,
bit more traffic to contend with, especially as he gets further
So
towards
hopefully,
the South Bay
hopefully
here.
soon, hopefully
I see a
next
fair amount of tail
over the
lights
next month or
up
so, I
ahead.
might
He's
be
gonna
back
have to
up
weave
and
around
going
here.
with
Something
her
he is
working
showing
on me
a
is
clear
what I'm
willingness to
what
do
I'm hoping.
throughout this pursuit. It's been going on for the better part
If it's
of
something
20
more
minutes or
serious,
so, maybe a
I don't
little
know
bit
what I'm
more at
gonna
this
do.
point. CHP handing this off to their
I don't know. I do
southbound
feel a little bit better.
and,
She definitely popped me
they are
around
doing
in a
an
good
excellent
way
job
today,
of
so
keeping up with him. So
we're off to a
often
good
we
start.
see them,
Promising.
kind of pull back on a dangerous motorcycle pursuit like this. But look at him, splitting lanes at about 90 miles per hour, trying to evade.
Oh, excuse me. Little bit better. Still not where it needs to be. Still hurts. Still needs a lot of work done to it, but she relieved a bit of pain, some stress off of it.
Is it really? Okay, so it is okay, it's a Harley Davidson with paper plates, I'm being told. Now getting off at Crenshaw Boulevard. That is the Crenshaw exit off of the 405 freeway. He'll have to slow down quite a bit here. There's that Night Sun once again, and CHP right behind him, just a few feet behind him as he slows down for this intersection. Maybe showing signs of running low on fuel here. He's going to go through the intersection, back onto the freeway. He's getting back onto the 405, back on the 405, taking that transition, making a U-turn off of the 405 at Crenshaw Boulevard, and now getting back on the freeway, and I think that's going to, again, put him on the northbound side. It is. It's the northbound side of the 405 freeway. He's going to continue this dangerous pursuit. Oh, man, he is really pushing it. Still clocking 85 miles per
Thank
hour.
you.
Now back
Thank
on
you,
the
Puff.
405 freeway.
As of me, I'm about to be
with
day 11
several
in the
units
hospital.
position right
Yeah,
behind
Dan,
him. They are
Puff was in
very
here
close
earlier,
to
and
considering
Brandon and me were talking about you, so that's why he knew what was up with you, or asking.
behind him here. There are additional units up ahead here. Their options are pretty much limited.
It's kind of hard to keep it a secret when everybody else can hear it, Dan.
Going to end. You can run, but you can't really hide from the CHP, especially on the freeway, unless he gets off and manages to dump the bike somewhere or hide out somewhere. But with the helicopter overhead, the chances of getting away
Just eat 7 grams.
unlikely, but certainly not impossible.
Best trip of your life, and you'll never hurt again.
Thinks better of it and decides to pull over peacefully. 90 miles per hour northbound side of the 405 freeway. If you're just joining us on abc7.com and our ABC7 streaming apps, welcome once again. A live pursuit here in the South Bay, coming up on the Hawthorne area, I believe, as he continues.
You're not allowed to die.
on the 405 freeway, heading up towards LAX. And we'll see if he gets that far. You can see one CHP cruiser right behind him. There's another behind that one, a secondary unit. And I think those are the only 2 that are engaged right now. It looks like he's getting off once again. Second time in just a couple of minutes. He decided to get off of the freeway at Inglewood Boulevard.
I think I'm just too tired to have much commentary.
Look at this move. The CHP cruiser coming up right alongside of him. Never seen this. Never seen this before. CHP coming up right alongside as he slows up for this red light, trying to maintain control of that bike, going underneath the 405 freeway. Extreme speeds now on surface streets, picking up speed about 60 miles per
What
hour
was that
on
noise?
Inglewood Avenue. CHP
Thank you.
behind
It's
him,
not hard.
PD units up ahead of him, and now he's riding the
Hard
track.
not to lose
He's on the
faith.
track.
It's
He's
easier to.
getting on the
Oh,
railroad
geez,
track.
that's a
CHP
rough
cannot follow
ride.
him, and he is going to lose control. I have no faith that he will be able to maintain control on these railroad tracks. That is a bumpy ride, my friend. Oh my goodness, there he is. He wiped out. No, almost wiped out there. Oh my goodness, almost wiped out at that crossing. He's still continuing. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Look at the speeds he's doing on the railroad tracks.
No, Dan, you don't get to call it
Up
quits.
ahead here, I don't know how.
No.
He's maintaining control.
We still got games to play.
Slowing down a bit here, speeds about 20 or 30.
Oh, there you go. He wiped out. He's running.
Now running for it. LA County
It was a
right
dumb move
overhead.
to go on
They've
that.
got a visual from above.
Dumb move
He
to
is
go
now
on
running
that.
into a neighborhood, a residential neighborhood, 161st Street.
Dumb move to go on the
North
railroad
Avenue,
track.
Inglewood. He is now just looking for a spot to hide in this stranger's home here in the backyard along 161st Street. That Night Sun hopefully will be able to pin him down here, and they can hopefully get some units in position. It's not going to be easy, because the way he
You shut up with that talk, Dan.
CHP right behind him. CHP has their guns drawn, now following through this carport here, looking for the suspect, and they may have a visual. Unbelievable. They may
Is that a
have
Volkswagen? Is that a rabbit? That looks like a Volkswagen Rabbit. Yep, that's what it is. Look at the wheels.
They've got him. I think they've got him. They've got him. They've got him. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at this.
Not gonna
Look
quit.
at
It's
this.
just hard to be in the dumps. Yeah,
You can
I
run,
know.
but you can't hide.
We're here for you, Dan.
That's
That's.
a lesson for him.
I was really hoping you'd pop in tonight. You know, I was like, I'm gonna record something.
Got him. Man, I thought he was
Gonna record something for you to watch in the future, at least. Well, I'm glad you were able to hop in with us.
He, managed to zero in on this residential neighborhood.
I was wanting to do something for you. Guess what? It's all natural. It's just nothing didn't come through. Yeah,
We'll have to find out. But if
right.
CHP with their suspect in custody, this is going to be a code 4 here in Inglewood.
Well, pain brings success. Well, unless it's like medical pain, like there's different forms of pain. Some pains bring success. Some pains are just not ones you want in general.
But man, can't believe it. Incredible pursuit, incredible job by the California Highway Patrol, LA County Sheriff up above.
Yeah, they had.
With their,
Oh,
friends down
oh!
there.
I thought they were going to do a fist bump. I thought they were. I think he was handing them keys or something. He's like, "Here, take these."
Started in Buena Park about a half hour ago, down the 91 freeway onto the 110 freeway.
All right, I think that's going to do it for me for tonight, guys. I'm ready for bed. This was fun. We'll definitely have to do more of this.
Leading the CHP on a high-speed chase.
It's been hard to watch any streams the last 2 weeks. I know, Dan. I that's fine. That's okay. I'm just glad you were able to hop in and we were able to do something tonight.
Incredible.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, we got him again.
Yep.
Yeah, I do apologize for it's a little crazy with we've got three.
No, I gotta go to
up here,
bed,
and we're
but
trying to negotiate with
we'll
them and move around. But you see a
definitely
police
do
officer
more of
following this
these.
vehicle now.
These
Let me
police
just see if I can
encounters.
punch up
I
my
want to
map
get into
here
some more
and
of
tell
this
you
stuff. This is fun. This is
Northwest
enjoyable.
6th Avenue right now, and 8th Street, Northwest 8th Street, coming around underneath us here. You still have contact with the
And
other
I think
helicopters,
this will
right,
be
Mark?
popular enough
Okay,
that
all right. And
um,
we're watching very, very closely.
it might
as
get
this,
more views in.
This driver of this ATV,
So,
Northwest 5th
I think
Avenue
we might
now,
be in the right.
going
Bro
northbound
played
on Northwest
GTA in
5th
real life,
Avenue,
right?
and being followed by police.
Thought he was
Kind of
playing
backed away a
GTA.
little bit now, giving them a little bit more latitude. There is a helicopter up that's watching the whole thing, the police helicopter operating down around 300 feet just over the tops of those buildings down there, and that's precarious for him too, but he's been doing a good job of indicating exactly where the vehicle is going. And for those people who are just tuning in right now, as you see him go on the wrong side of the roadway there, the police officer corralling him and getting him to continue now northbound on what's Northwest 7th Avenue. Northwest 7th Avenue here. You see him going around this white building there. There's the driver right there. They described him as a male subject who was wearing all black with a black mask and a black helmet. That originally came out when they were trying to get him to stop in the area of Opelika. The Opelika
I'm going to hop ahead and see where this gets.
There is no
is weaving in and out of.
All those cars are traveling southbound.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Ralph.
He's northbound.
We speak on the right.
Crossing over 11th Street.
Of the ground unit 2 blocks.
We'll see how
that's
this
part
ends,
of, it's
and
either
I'm
part of
gonna
the
get
task
off.
force or it's a currently running program that they're stuff. So we're going to driver here, shoulders, look at that SUV from earlier. They're appearing here too, and he's pulling over to the side, and it looks like he's about to give up the ghost here. Let's use a zoom here, and we're going to get a little bit closer. Officer is getting him to stop. They're going to knock him to the ground and secure him and make sure that he's not carrying any weapons. Several Broward Sheriff's Office representatives there now have taken this person down. Looks like he probably ran out of fuel or finally just decided the wiser thing to do is to give himself up. So he is in police custody. You watch this pretty much unfold here live from Dade to Broward, or from Dade to the city.
That's gonna do it. Oh yeah, right. Play real life. Okay, I'm gonna hop off here. Any new subscribers? Claudia, James Ecker, Chris B. Thank you all for subscribing. I will see you all. Well, tomorrow night, maybe tomorrow morning. I think I'm gonna try and go out to my parents' house and hang out there for a while. So all right, I'll see y'all later. You have a good one.